Hello, welcome to Sewing Quarter. I'm Natasha McCarthy. Today I have got for you some beautiful quilts, brand new fabrics, and we launched the new Tilda collection. Woo! Yes, do you want to see how today's shaping up then? I mean, I've kind of given the game away, but why not have a proper look? This is the official overview. 8 a.m., 8 a.m., 8 a.m., 8 a.m. Think this is happening at 8 a.m. What does anybody else think? Is our quilted improv circles. Oh, I love a good circle. Lucy Brennan's in to show us how. Then 9 a.m. Kaffe Fassett hour. Boy, is there a lot of kaffe in that hour. And we've got to try and work out which one is which. So that will be fun. We've got all the colour. Then 10 a.m. Globetrotting new fabric with Lucy Brennan. She's done an awesome global quilt. And that's got brand new fabric. And then at 11 a.m. brand new Tilda Lemon Tree. Very, very, very excited to be launching this. In fact, I think I might have even had a dream about it last night. That's how excited I am about it. Yes! That's what's happening today. Would you like a sneaky peek of some of the quilts? I would like to... Which one do you want to see first? The Globetrotter. Oh, good. I wanted to see that one first, too. Here we go. Look at this. Yay! Nice. Nice. So if you've heard the... Yeah, I did the voiceover for it. That is the Globetrotter Quid. That's the panel. It's a great big globe panel. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, there it is. That's what we're talking about. Lovely. And imagine you can embroider on all the places that you've been. Just lovely. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's, yes, that is, what time do we say that was? 9, 10, 10 o'clock. There you go. Pick an hour, any hour. 8 a.m., 8 a.m. There you go. Right, now, this hour, oh, Tilda. Yeah, look at the new Tildas as well. Ooh, that's a little tease. Just a little tease. Is there someone riding a penny farthing in there? I just saw the elephant. I spot the elephant in there. There's a lot going on in there, and it's beautiful. Now, if you are new to us, then there are various ways that you can watch and get involved and shop. Hurrah! Because, of course, we are Retailer of the Year. Yes, we are. Congratulations, by the way, Sewing Quarter team, for all of that. It's not just us here. You know, it's all the... Oh, there we go, there's the website. It's all of the, it's all the warehouse, it's all the backstage crew, it's everybody. So well done on that. Now then, here we go, this is your website. If you click on watch, there you go, then you can watch us live. That's in HD, you know, on the website. It's good, isn't it? And then you can message the studio on the right-hand side. It's like tweeting, you've got a limited number of... Normally, Hannah just writes her name there. Oh no, today we're getting hello. Hello. And then... all of the fabrics from today's show will go down below there. So everything off the shows today, it's like a shopping basket ready for you. Lots to say. To see your makes this morning. Oh, well, I'm just nosy. I like to see your makes every day. But maybe you've made some of the quilts that we're doing today, or you've got some similar makes, or you love your Tilda and you've got makes, then this is where you send those to studio@sewingquarter.com. There it is. That's how you get in touch with us. Now, have you made Tilda makes? We like to see your Tilda make. Well, I like to see Tilda makes. I'm a bit of a Tilda fanatic. So if you've got those, do send them in. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Or maybe you've done this circular quilt. If you have, send in your pictures, because, you know, you're a busy lot out there. Now, this is what we're making this hour. This is one of producer Hannah's favourite quilts. She got so excited when this came on. This is one of her absolute favourite quilts. These are Lucy's instructions that you get in. Then, if you want to make exactly that one, with those colours, 9 meters of fabric, good Lord, and instructions, and thread, because we need all of that. Then here we go. Look at all of these delicious colours. These are all of your Spectrum Solid Macaws. These are all 100% cotton. They are all about 44 inches from selvage to selvage. You can wash them because they are 100% cotton. Oh, you get a lot of that one. That's your backing one. Nice. 9 meters in total there. That's your meadow wear. Ooh. Do you think that's a bit like cut grass? Because that smells amazing. Now we've got this one as well, which is your berries. The navy is the one that you have the most of. Yes, yeah, I just said that. 3 meters of that one. That's so you can do all your backing and everything on your navy. It's nice. It kind of gives it a nice full stop. Like, yeah, finished. Ta-da! Framed. Beautiful. And so the navy, again, here, you're going to have the same with this bundle here. These are all your berries. So if this is your colourway, go for this one. And again, a whopping 9 meters here, and instructions and thread. Did this one sell out last time? Oh, wow. If you missed out last time, get it this time. Don't dilly-dally, shilly-shally. Just get straight in. Get stuck in. 9 meters. Here we go. Here are all your different colours. Lovely, rich berry tones. Oh, it's called Berry Burst. There we go. We're all on the same page. Same plate. I'm still thinking about breakfast. It's early. So there we go. 9 meters in total there. Again, 3 meters of that navy, which is important. And then one that's a little bit different, and this is our brand new colourway today. This is one that Lucy's going to be working with this morning, and this is Alison Glass inspired. Beautiful. So again, instructions and thread, that's important. But look at, I don't know if you can see this one very well on the camera. It's very delicate, very, very pretty. And this is from her latest collection here. I love this one. You get 4 different Alison Glass fabrics. This one's got the mermaid in. Love it. Then you've got some linear, so that's a really nice blender. And then you've got more Alison Glass in there, another linear, and then, oh, look at that, more Alison Glass. And then you're getting 4 meters of Alison Glass, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you get your backing, and which is the vanilla, which I love because producer Hannah can't say. And that's £90.99, makes me giggle and titter every time. So we have made as many of those as we can, because I know that you do like, you know, you like a bit of Alison Glass, it's fair to say. I'm looking at you actually, Lucy. You like a bit of Alison Glass. Yeah, we all like a bit of Alison Glass. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How the devil are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, Alison Glass.
Alison Glass.
Ooh.
I say glass. I can't say glass.
Glass.
I say
Alison
glass.
Glass.
Alison Glass.
Alison Glass.
Yes.
This is one. Is this your actual design?
Yes. Just made up.
I'm going to say yes.
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 I made it up, so yeah. It's mine.
Producer Hannah keeps saying, Natasha, sewing curves can be scary.
It can for a lot of people. My way, my made-up random way,
I did it my
is really, really simple.
Okay.
So really, anybody can do it. If you haven't had a go at sewing curves, try this way.
Okay.
Because it is very, very easy. The nice thing about doing it this way is there isn't any real precision involved.
Oh, well, this sounds like my way. Hang on. This
which
sounds
is
like the
really nice.
perfect
So
way
when
for
you're
me.
doing like drunkard's path blocks, you know, you've got to get it nice and accurate and all that kind of thing. But because it's improvised, there really is no right or wrong.
I think I might just start calling any of my projects improvised.
Yeah.
And then just allow for that.
It's a nice term.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But the effect is stunning. I do really love that.
Yeah. And you can play about with it, and we'll do a bit of that today, so I can show you different configurations that you can get, different ways you can put the blocks together and get completely different looks.
Yeah, there was someone on our fan page that had done sort of a similar type thing, and she'd set it out in 3 different ways for people to say which way they liked.
Oh, right, yeah.
And one, she'd put it so it almost looked like a snake going down the middle and then circles, and it just was amazing, the different looks just from setting out her blocks differently. But what fun you can have.
And that's I really love that element to it, of playing about and putting things in different positions and getting different
So where do I
looks.
start? Because I've got my beautiful fabric.
You've got beautiful fabric.
You've got Lucy's instructions.
Yes.
Well, you've got Lucy. Oh, I've got Lucy. These are your instructions.
They are my instructions.
Should we have a look? Hang on, I've just got to get them out of the packet. Brand new.
Yeah, and I did have, because I have demoed this before, and I had a lady called Jackie sent me an email.
Oh, right.
And she'd sewn her first ever curve.
Oh, good on you, Jackie.
After watching the show, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. We both got very excited about it.
Oh, was this the lady that you said she emailed you saying nobody else in my family understands the excitement that I've just managed to sew a curve? We get it.
And she did really well. It was lovely.
So here are your instructions, and you will get this with all your fabrics in your bundle, with everything, good to go. Ooh. Do you want, there we go. And so the nice thing about it is that everything's there. Yes.
So this is just the instructions for the block, how to make the block, and then really it's up to you, the layout that you want to do.
Okay.
You know, and make it as you like.
Show me, Lucy.
Okay.
Show me.
So I've stacked up 2 fabrics here.
You don't care, do you? You're just going to go for it.
No, I just do. I like. You might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone and
in for a penny
and do it at once. So I've just layered those up. So I'm cutting more than.
And you've gone for your posh fabrics too. I mean, there's no messing around.
I have. They're lovely. Well, it's nice because I thought that was in the solid, so it's nice to show people what it looks like using prints as well.
Now, Lucy, I've got 9 meters in here.
Yes.
Is that enough for the backing in it? Is that everything? That's the whole shebang?
Yes, you'll be able to do all of it.
Technical term.
Shebang. Yes.
Will I have any left over from my shebang?
You might do. I mean, it depends how many blocks you want to make, and you might want to make a square quilt, or you might want to.
Okay. You've got the flexibility.
Make it longer, but you can do one that size.
Nice. It's a good size, actually.
It is.
You need me to shuffle over,
So I just need to shuffle over. I'm sorry, because I don't usually use the mat when I'm. Obviously, I use the mat when I'm cutting, but I don't usually use it for
the measurements. Yeah.
But occasionally, you're cutting something that's wider than the ruler that you have, so you need to do that.
Okay.
So I've lined it up with the edge there, and then I'm just going to line it up. I'm going to cut 10-inch squares. So I'm just lining it up across the bottom and lining it up with the 10-inch marks on the mat.
Okay.
And you don't have to do this with 10-inch squares. It could be any size squares that you want.
Oh, okay.
But this is what I have done it using 10-inch squares, but if you wanted to make your blocks smaller, you can do that.
I quite like a 10-inch square because it means it comes together quite quickly.
Yes.
And it's quite satisfying. You feel like you've achieved a lot.
And you could go bigger as well. If you wanted to do bigger blocks, you can make them bigger. So that's up to you. So I'm just going to trim off the selvages.
Now, see if you've got your stripology, then you can easily do this. And it's even got a white square to show you your 10-inch block as well.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if it's out of stock or not at the moment. Oh, I tell you what, though, later on in this hour, I've got a sort of stripology, but not for straight lines. I know. I know. Just a little sneaky, cheeky something that fell into the show. Like, oh, yes.
So then I'm going to cut it. So I've just lined it up again with the edge of the mat. I'm going to cut it 10, and then I'm going to cut it 20.
Whee!
So that's the only bit that's left over.
Hey, that's not bad, is it?
No.
And that would go into my scrap box.
And then I've got all those squares to play about with.
Now, producer Hannah says everybody wants to know what cutting mat we're using. This is our biggest one. This is our A1 cutting mat. I wouldn't be without mine.
No.
Absolutely would not be without mine. Sometimes they will get sent to you rolled up. Don't panic. I know cutting mats are meant to be kept flat. When you get it out, just lay it flat. It will, after a few days, it will settle. Mine came rolled and it's flat as anything. So once you get it, lay it flat, it'll be absolutely fine. And this is it, $39.99. OVGQ47.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is stack up 2 fabrics. So I'm just using the ones that I want to make my blocks with.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just stacking those on top of each other, and you do need to cut 2 at once for this. So you have to have 2 fabrics.
Okay,
you
because
can't
this
just
is the
cut
improv
one.
bit of it.
Yes, this is the improv bit. So the idea behind this is I'm making 1 cut to get my concave and convex pieces.
Oh, so you're just going to switch them around?
So I need to switch them around.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
so if you only do it with 1 fabric, you don't want to sew those pieces back together. You're not going to have any contrast.
Oh, no, of course.
So you want two contrasting fabrics, and how much they contrast doesn't matter, but just two different fabrics. It is nice to have quite a contrast, but you know, that's entirely up to you.
Well, this makes perfect sense so far.
And then I'm going to cut the curve.
Okay.
So I'm freehand cutting it. I'm not using a template. I'm not using a ruler. Unusual for me.
Okay, producer Hannah says that sounds terrifying and unsafe.
I'm just going to go ahead and cut it.
But Hannah, hang on? Did we have this prep in the meeting before the show? Okay.
So this isn't something to be fearful of, but I wouldn't advise somebody who's never used a rotary cutter to go ahead and do this.
Right.
I would get used to using your rotary cutter as it's designed with the rulers first of all, so you're comfortable with cutting.
Or get the Fiskars circle cutter and use that.
You could use that.
And that makes me feel a lot happier and safer for everybody.
Yes. It's perfectly safe. You just have to be mindful. Any time you're cutting, you need to be mindful that obviously it's very sharp and you need to be careful with it. This is no different.
Do I need to get my kitchen plates out?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
And keep them back in the cupboard, just as well because they're square, so it would be very helpful anyway.
We're going to just go for a curve. So anybody that really likes things are very, very particular and wants perfect curves, this might not be the method for you.
Okay.
But if you want to sew easy curves, this is the method.
Yes, this is me. This is me.
So you'll see from the they're all different, obviously.
Yes.
None of them are exactly the same.
And that's the whole point.
And that's the whole point.
Excellent.
So you want to visualise a curve in your mind and aim for that sort of a shape.
Okay.
When I begin cutting, I want to start off straight. Okay? So a little bit of the way, at least 1/4 of an inch.
Oh, right.
I'd say about half,
yeah.
you want to go straight. Then I'm going to curve, and then I want to be going straight again as I come to the end. That just helps you when you're piecing them together. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Where you start doesn't really matter. You don't want to go too close to either of the... Well, obviously, I'm not going to do a tiny curve, but you don't want to go too close to here because you're going to lose some of that in your seam allowance. Okay. So a larger curve is easier.
Yes.
A smaller curve is slightly more difficult, but not too much. So I'm just going to start... I can line that up on my mat so I've got a guide as to where I'm going straight if I want to. And then I just go ahead.
Just go for it, don't you? You crazy quilting rebel.
Now, your fabric will shift. So if you need to just stop, you know, and just slightly pull your fabric, that's okay. But it's only 2 layers, so it shouldn't shift too much. And there's my curve. So then I'm just swapping over the pieces. And that's going to make up
very nice.
2 blocks.
Is that easy? Really?
That's it.
Hang on, no, it's not yet. It's not. I haven't sewn it yet.
Yeah, now we've got to sew it together.
Okay. Okay.
So the reason this is this is easier than doing like a traditional drunkard's path because we don't have to match the ends.
Okay.
We're going to trim the block down.
Oh, okay, we are, right.
Yes. Okay. So we don't need to worry too much about it being absolutely perfect. But obviously...
This is appealing more and more.
Yeah, we want to get it as good as we can get it. But you don't need to worry about the 2 ends meeting. When you've got a drunkard's path, this part here is longer than this curve.
Yes.
So that the edges will meet and you've got the give in the convex piece.
Right.
So that's why when you have drunkard's path templates, you can't cut it like this and expect these to fit together because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because of your seam allowance, you're going to lose part of the end.
Okay.
But that's fine. So
different. It's horses for courses. This is different.
Yes, it's just different.
And that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's different.
Producer Hannah is particularly enjoying the 2 Alison glasses together.
Yes,
glasses.
They do look beautiful. 2 Alison glasses. So to sew it together, I'm placing the curve on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the L shape on the top. So it would be like that.
Yes.
And then this is going to be my top edge, and I'm just going to flip that over.
Well.
And that's how I start sewing.
Yes, but it's going in opposite directions.
It's going in opposite directions.
Like, I can get my head around the cutting. That's absolutely fine. Now you've completely bamboozled me because...
I know. it looks all kinds of wrong.
It does look all kinds of wrong, and I'm kind of up for that.
So I just want to make sure that's meeting at the top, so the corners together. And that should be slightly straight from how I've cut it.
Oh yeah, because you did your first 1/4 of an inch.
Yes.
At least.
So I've set my machine to the 1/4 of an inch setting, and I am using my 1/4 inch foot. Okay. I find this really, really helpful when I'm sewing curves, because I'm looking at that point there.
Right.
And that's where I want the two fabrics meeting.
Okay.
If I've just got my normal foot, I can still do it. I just have to look at the edge of the foot as a guide, whereas that stops the fabric from going too far over. So the 1/4 inch foot definitely does help at this point. And then I'm just sewing it. So the thing that's important here is I'm using both of my hands. So I'm using one hand to hold the top piece and one hand to hold the bottom piece underneath. And I'm going to guide them together.
Okay.
So wanting the fabrics to meet at that point there. Okay. So I'm keeping hold of the fabrics in both hands, and then I just move them over so that the fabrics are meeting under there. Okay.
So the bottom hand sort of keeps it sort of steady.
Yes.
And allows it to just...
And you may need to adjust, you know, if you have to readjust so you're not getting any puckers, you can just do that.
Yeah, because it did look like it was going to ruck a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, it's not the end of the world if it does.
But it's really nice as well that it's in contrasting coloured fabrics, so you can really see what
you can see what you're doing. But I mean, it's not so different when you're doing it like this. If you're just concentrating on that, on that section there, that's just like sewing a straight line. Okay. Do you see what I mean? So if you get them lined up and you use both your hands, you're essentially just sewing a straight line. Nice. You're not thinking about it curving round, and you're not having to manipulate the fabric
it is just a straight line.
Yeah. So you want to try to be careful not to pull the fabrics as you're going. Oh, because it's on a bend. It's on a. Should I turn the iron on for you, by the way? Yes, please.
Do you need that?
And you sort of end up crossing your hands over a little bit, which is fine.
Lucy, I might go home and try this tonight.
Good.
Even if I just do a cushion or something, but this is, I think I could do this.
Yeah, it's really, really easy. I know I'm making it look easy, but that's because it is easy.
Because I'm just doing my job.
So then when you get down to the end, unlike with the Drunkard's Path, you have got a little bit more fabric to play with.
And that's okay, don't panic,
and that's okay.
Okay.
So I've got that shorter end there, so I just want to sort of hold on to that and try and get this as close as possible. But we are trimming it off, so it doesn't matter.
How big are we trimming it down to?
Well, we'll just make the box and then see.
Like this?
Yes.
I like this. I think I could be all about the improv. This makes me really happy because I freak out with lots of instructions. I do get a bit confused and bamboozled. You know, I'll be honest about it.
So you take it off and it sort of looks a mess.
Yeah. As do so many of my things. And you feel like,
oh, that looks like some sort of strange napkin or something, you know. And then you fold it back.
Ta-da!
And you have a beautiful curve.
Nice.
So we'll just give that a press.
Okay.
And when you're pressing, you can press either way. Just see which way it wants to go. So you could press it that way. Whichever way looks neater, and the fabric will sort of tell you.
Okay, which
way it wants to go. I think I'd go towards.
Yeah. Okay. So do I set the seam like I would normally?
It's a bit tricky. It's a bit too tricky to set the seam.
Don't worry about that. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Rosemary's got a question. Hello, Rosemary. She says, "Good morning, ladies. You're fabulous." We could just stop that there. Yeah. We'll take that. Thank you very much. She says, oh, no, there is more. When cutting the circles out of the squares, do you put the right sides together or both facing up? Hope that makes sense. She says, she started writing going, but she's kind of gone.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it means I'm going to give this a go.
Yes,
that Rosemary.
Hope so.
Yeah.
That makes complete sense, and you need to put them both right sides up, because if you do them right sides together, the curves are going the wrong way. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to have
them... Because you just switch one over, don't you?
Yeah, so both fabrics are right sides up, so that the curves will be exactly the same. And then when we come to trim the block, so you can see it's sort of distorted and it's gone a bit all over the place, but we'll just square it up to whatever size. So they'll all be slightly different. So what I do is I make a bunch of blocks.
Yes.
And then find which one's the smallest and square them all up to that size.
This is brilliant.
Yes.
Lucy, I'm going to leave you for a moment.
Okay.
Because I need to show everybody all the fabrics.
Okay.
Because they're beautiful. They are beautiful bundles. Now, the one behind us over there is this one. Now, this is producer Hannah's favourite. This is absolute. She said, in fact, she would go as far as to say one of her favourite quilts of all time. Yes. 3 meters of this, and then a metre of each of the colours. So they've been picked out very carefully to contrast each other. And I really think they do. And they're just in beautiful, beautiful fresh tones there, aren't they? $53.99. CKGC 55 even. There you go. That's your code for that. Beautiful. And the instructions, of course. Oh gosh, less than 20 of that bundle left now. No, hang on, let's have a look at that. That is your backing or binding. You just need to add whatever wadding you want. That's brilliant. That really is, that's truly brilliant. To be able to get an entire quilt for that, nice. Now, maybe you want the berry bundle. Berries. This is our most limited one today. Again, you get your 3 meters of your navy, sold out last time, and then a meter of each of these. 9 meters of fabric, yes please. Yes please, 9 meters, yes please. And here are your details. There you go, $53.99. CKGC88 is your code for that. And of course your instructions and everything. I'm going to check out if that one is in your basket. It's very, very popular. Last time it sold out. So if you missed out last time, don't do that again. Remember, if you're new, actually, if you're new to the channel, you might not know this. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day. Our P&P is done by the day and it's just $2.95. So you could buy 20, 30 items. Doesn't matter. We will only charge you $2.99 P&P per day. Put 10 sewing machines in there. Doesn't matter. $2.95 P&P per day. Now, Alison Glass. Brand new colourways here. I love this hot magenta with the orange and the... it's just warm and clashing and brilliant. Love it. So 4 meters of Alison Glass there. That's an Alison Glass. That's an Alison Glass. Love that one. I love the subtlety of that creamy white one. That's an Alison Glass one there. And then that one which you've just seen Lucy cutting into. And then you also get 3 meters of your vanilla for the background and wadding. And oh yeah, you get your linear, you've got 2 linear, so you've got texture throughout this one. Really, really lovely. So it's just a slightly different take. If you want to have textures, then go for this one. We are incredibly limited on this. So please, if this is, check out your basket. So we're already in single figures for this one. So it's whatever takes your fancy. If you want Alison Glass beautiful prints, and my word, her new collection is stunning, then go for this one. £90.99, but you will have to check out your basket because we don't have very many left already. Lucy, over to you.
Okay. So I'm going to cut another one. That one looks like a moon, I think.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm going to cut another one and just show you a couple of other ways you could do it if you don't want to just piece it without any assistance. Okay. So I'm going to cut another curve, so I'm doing it again. So they are both right sides up.
Yes, Rosemary, both right sides up.
2 10-inch squares.
Okay, so this is a different shape one.
Yeah. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to separate them.
That's why it has to be right sides
up. So
up.
you're always going to have 2 that are slightly similar, but when we come to trim it, you can see how you can make them different just by the angle that you cut them.
Oh, okay. So they're not matching them through?
No, they're not completely the same. So then I'm going to sew these in the same way, but maybe I would prefer to pin or glue.
You, Lucy, pin?
Well, no, it's not very likely, is it? But I'll just show you, you know, how you can.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and try and find sort of a midway point.
Okay.
But again, because they're not matching, you don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, because obviously the ends aren't going to meet, but it just gives you a little bit of a guide. Am I going along the right way? And then you can just pin the top in place. And then what you want to do is ease this round, okay?
Right.
So I've kept it quite straight at the beginning.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to ease this round. And I should have give in this top portion.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just matching it and pinning.
Now Rosemary says, ha, I'm going to make this for my son.
Brilliant.
Good job. She says, thank you for answering. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. It's what we're here for. Yeah.
And it was a very good question because I didn't point that out. And it helps to know, because if you do it the other way, you're going to find yourselves in, the pieces aren't going to match at all.
Yeah. So it's been pressed. Do you want me to press it, or has it been pressed?
I attempted to press it, but I was a bit hurried, so you can have another go.
Another little.
You can starch your fabrics as well if you want to. So a bit of best press.
I do like a bit of best press.
Just to keep them sharp. But again, we're not worried about the accuracy of them meeting.
Lucy, it's like you made this quilt for me.
So you don't need to worry. Now, as I'm pinning, what I'm doing is just trying to flatten out so that I'm going to have, so the ruching, because it will ruche.
Yeah.
So the ruching here is coming
at you
towards me, and I'm trying to keep this, where I'm going to have my 1/4 inch seam, as flat as I possibly can. So as I'm pinning, you'll see me with my fingers sort of pushing it back.
Right.
Slightly. So that where my thumb is, that's where my 1/4 inch seam is going to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And just, I mean, you can use hundreds of pins.
I was going to say, I can see why you don't bother pinning.
Yeah, I don't bother. Just don't bother. Because this just takes, when you're doing a whole quilt, but I understand some people don't like to do it without. I completely, I totally understand that.
It's just a safety measure, isn't it? It's like a safety net, and that's absolutely fine, wherever you're at.
But even though this is improvised curves, you still can pin.
Okay.
I'm against it for me personally. I'm not against it in principle.
That's all right then.
Just not in practice. So you'll see, even with the pinning, see how I've got that bit left over.
Yes, and it's not even straight.
No, and it doesn't matter.
No,
It'll all come out in the squaring up. It's the squaring up of the blocks that really counts.
It's like some crazy hanky going on there.
So I'm going to go ahead and sew. So again, when I'm starting off, because as I came round that curve, that last final bit, I kept that quite straight.
Yes.
So when I come to sew it, I've still got a straight edge to begin with.
Okay. Well, I'm enjoying this, Lucy, because I do sometimes struggle with instruction, I'm not going to lie, especially, and accuracy.
I think this is the sort of thing that really does help seeing somebody do it.
Well, yeah, because I wouldn't have believed that it was okay to do it like this.
Yes. And versus, see, my seams aren't even absolutely perfect, but I'm okay with it. I actually can do it better.
You could, yeah,
without pins than I can with.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing you can do is you can slow down your machine. So if, if you've got speed control, just go a little bit slower. That's helpful. See, and I'm getting a little pocket, so I'm just moving that top one out of the way. If these are fractionally out, see, that's ever so fractionally out, I'm just not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep going. I would rather it be fractionally out than get lots of
This is kind of quite a nice relaxed one. Tina says, if I hadn't seen you not get matching edges, I'd have thought I'd have gone wrong. Yeah, me too, Tina. I'd have had a panic and paddy and pride and
that's
everything.
Geometry.
Oh, that's just geometry.
It's geometry. If you cut them the same, you've got the two pieces exactly the same, they're not going to fit together.
Yeah.
That's why the Drunkard's Path pieces, like I said, those bits were longer.
Well, she says it still seems strange, but thanks, Lucy. We have faith. We have faith, Tina.
Thanks,
I know what
Tina.
you mean. Look, I mean, honestly, if someone went, yeah, no, I'm making a quilt like this, you'd be like, okay. So this is what my normal block would look like.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased you're going to show me how I can now use these.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got the circles in the Alpes glass, haven't you? It's really lovely.
It does look like I've gone wrong, doesn't it?
I'm not one to judge. Director Tim says that he thinks you have, and you just don't want to admit it.
No, I
How
haven't.
rude. How rude.
So that's just a different. That's all good. It's just creased because of where I've pinned it, but that'll all press. Any of those creases are just going to press out. So that's just a different.
It. Go on,
so it looks more like a hill, doesn't it?
Like a little hillock.
Than a curve.
Helen in Derbyshire. Well, there are hills in Derbyshire.
There are.
Yeah,
certainly
there are a few hills going on in Derbyshire. She says, hi, fab ladies. Well, hello. She says, the camera close-ups are really helpful. Thanks for giving me the confidence to do circles, says Helen in Derbyshire. Well, thank you very much. And well done, camera guys.
I'm just going ahead and sewing it and forgetting there's another option.
That's okay.
So we'll just pretend I didn't sew that bit. So pins are one way. And then another option is glue.
Oh, now talk to me about glue. Yeah. I'm a big glue pen fan.
Well, I am, yeah. I love gluing. So if they're using the two hands and just manipulating it is terrifying, you also could use glue. So I stick to having this section on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, I just find it far, far easier. You can reverse it and have the concave piece underneath.
Yes.
And that piece on top.
Yes.
If you want. But I can never make it work. That's just me personally. So do try both, you know, with each curve, either curve on top, just to see what suits you better. But I always tend to do it this way. So I'll just put the glue.
Now, Soline glue pen, don't worry, it's blue, don't panic. It's not going to stain your fabric, it dries clear. It's only that colour until it dries.
And it's literally like magic.
I love it.
It's so magical, and I probably use the glue pen every day, honestly.
I had to wrestle it off my son yesterday. Mummy, I'm just doing drawing. No, you're not.
No.
Not with that, you're not.
Well, I said to my kids, it won't stick you, it won't hold your paper.
No, that's what I told him. That's what I told him too, he didn't believe me.
Then I'm just going to adjust, and as I go, and you can pull it up and stick it back down again. Which is another reason that it's magic. Yeah.
This isn't permanent, by the way. This is just it'll wash out. It's not going to gunk up your needle either. It's just a fabulous glue. Soline developed this glue actually, especially for English paper pieces. That's how it.
Which is what I use it for.
Yeah, which is what I use it for too. Which is, in fact, I've got through so much of it with my hexi mania that's going on at the moment.
Also, basting zips.
Really
it's
useful.
Fabulous for basting zips. So all kinds of things like that. So you can just see I'm manipulating the fabric and just moving it round.
I think this is actually quite a happy medium between your do nothing and the other one of 8 million pins that make it look like the Millennium Building down in London.
I might make that my nickname, Lucy. Do nothing. Just
you wish.
Just sew it. Just sew it.
Sew it. Just do it.
Okay, so can you see how I'm doing that? So I'm pressing it again in the same way that I did with the pins, keeping that sort of 1/4 of an inch nice and flat.
I think we've just found my way.
Okay, great. That's why it's nice to be able to show you options, because I realise my way's not everybody's way. That's fine.
Valerie's messaging. She says, love Lucy demos. I have trouble with drunkards parts. I have trouble with drunkards. Until saw Lucy sewing without pins, and then it went perfectly. Thank you. Valerie, you're very welcome.
You can. I absolutely don't pin when doing drunkards paths either.
And yet you feel like you should, because it's a curve.
Yes, you do.
And
you feel like you should. I just have far better output when I don't. But it's just you do have to get the edges perfect then.
Yeah.
And that's where tweezers come in really handy. But also the glue is nice for drunkards paths as well. So you can see now that's sort of held in place like a strange...
We used to have crazy things like this when I worked in restaurants as a teenager, and you used to put all the bread rolls in them.
Exactly.
And then you'd have to try and balance them, and someone would always want the bread roll that you couldn't quite balance and get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So doing it this way, you definitely want to glue it and then sew it. You know, you can't really leave these and walk away, so you can't prep a lot of them at once.
Okay, so just glue and go.
Just glue and go.
Hello, Hazel. She says, loving the shows. I am learning something new every morning. Hazel, every day's a school day.
Fantastic.
But you kind of don't mind. It's not like, you know, having to get up and actually go to school.
No.
It's only the lessons you want to learn, which is fab.
So again, as I'm sewing round, I'm still looking at this front corner edge here to make sure that the fabrics are meeting there as I'm sewing, because that's what's giving me my 1/4 inch seam.
If I don't have a 1/4 inch edger foot like this,
Yeah.
Is it trickier?
I personally find it a little bit trickier. If you've got a 1/4 inch setting on your machine, you can use your normal foot.
Yeah.
Or you can mark your 1/4 inch. But if you're doing that, like with a bit of tape or something,
Yeah.
mark it all the way along and go past your foot,
Yeah.
so that you can see it
Okay.
where the edge of your foot will be.
Okay.
So you need to run it under
Yeah.
your foot, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Brilliant.
And the glue will just wash out when you wash your quilt, so don't worry about that.
And it dries clear too,
And
so
it
don't
dries
panic about that
clear.
either.
So
It's
again,
all good stuff.
I'm just moving it out of the way anytime I might feel like I'm getting any little puckers. But that's why going slow, just go slow and readjust the fabrics as you need to. But I think I only had to do it a couple of times there. It's very, very easy. And again, when you fold it back, you see I've got all those creases, but they're not puckers. They will just press out there. It's just from where I've had the fabric folded back.
Let me press them out.
Maybe do that one going to
Lucy,
that way.
you've got about 10, just under 10 minutes
Oh,
left.
have I?
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's square off. So once I've done a few blocks, having a square ruler now is really helpful.
We always say right tools for the job.
Yeah, you can do this just with your mat and like the longer ruler.
You can.
But it's easier when you can see where the whole square is going to be.
Do you go through and measure them all and find the lowest common denominator?
Yes, so you want to go through and check, will they all fit? See that one's going to be smaller. Let's check that one. That one would be okay. So it's just whichever one is the smallest, go off that. If I just went off one that was slightly bigger, and then I come to one and
You've
it's
got to
smaller,
recut everything.
and I can't cut it. So I'll start with the smallest one, and let's see what I can get that to.
So about...
So that's probably 7 3/4.
You see, in my head, I'd just go 7.5. Because,
well, we can just do that.
Only because I 3/4. Yeah.
So if I'm doing 7.5, and you can get these to whatever size you want. If you start off with bigger squares or smaller squares, if you know you want to make, say, an 8-inch, you want an 8-inch finished block or an 8.5-inch finished block, you need to cut them a couple of inches bigger.
Okay.
So the original strips that I'm working, the original squares, just cut them a couple of inches bigger than what. Yes, I'm going to be losing some fabric here, but it's worth it to get a really neat finished result, and how easy it is to piece those curves.
I save all my scraps and stuff them in dog beds, it's
yes,
fine.
Yeah, you can save them.
Jacqueline in West Yorkshire says, good morning, Tash, Lucy and team.
Good morning.
Good morning. Unexpected sick day. Oh, poor you. Means I get to see you guys on a weekday. Yay! Says Jackie in Bradford. That yay didn't sound so ill, I'll be honest. But, every cloud and all that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hope you feel better soon. Oh. Now, this ruler is the 8.5 by 8.5. Producer Hannah will find it and put it through, run it through. She has to run it through graphics and all technical stuff. And so she'll do that after the show. So it will then go on to, that long list on the website that I said, that will be today's shopping list. It will go on there underneath where you can watch live on the website, which is sewingquarter.com.
So when I'm squaring these off, with a drunkard's path, you have to make sure that the curve's exactly right. So when you're squaring off, you're looking at having the same measurements, the same distance.
Oh gosh, right.
Either side,
yeah.
okay? So it would be more like sort of that. But when I'm squaring these off, I can square them to anything, any position that I can fit that square in.
I like this, and ironically, that feels a bit more drunken to me.
Yes. So then we are, so it's more improv-y.
Yeah.
So then we are working with, you know, strange angles and edges. So when I come to piece the blocks together, I need to be mindful of that. And I probably would pin, because I've got more bias. I'm working with more bias than a regular block that would might have, you know, a square block would have straight edges. But this is where sort of the fun comes in. Now, what you don't want to do is go in where you're going, well, you could. No, you can do whatever you like. Square it up.
It's
Ignore
improv.
me. Square it up however you like.
Yeah.
That is the fun of it.
Oh, Veronica's asked. What was Veronica asked? The quilt on the wall behind me, how many blocks are there across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down.
And I think I'd squared those up to 8 or 8.5.
Oh, hang on. Carol said what? Do we do a white self-healing cutting mat? Oh, no, we don't, I'm afraid. Just this green one, pink one. We did an orange one at one point, didn't we? Oh, the orange one's smaller. Yeah. I didn't know you could get white ones.
Sorry, a white cutting mat?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a white one.
I would
But
imagine it would, yeah, get a bit grubby.
Yeah, you'd see everything.
You would, wouldn't you? I wouldn't
want to see that.
It's like we used to rent a little farmhouse, and it was on a yard, and the farmer's wife had been so excited because she'd done all the interior design for it. Well, who puts white carpets when you're coming off a farmyard? It's like, oh no. I spent my entire time there panicking about trying to wash the carpets.
Oh.
Hey, looking good.
There we go. So I wouldn't really put these 4 together. I would mix.
Would you alternate? Would you?
I would get more colours. I would be doing it with more colours.
Yeah.
And then really mix it up.
Well, you've got loads in the bundle, haven't you? You've got those gorgeous oranges in there as well. This is the Alison Glass bundle coming up on your screen here. So you've got those oranges, you've got those citruses, it's beautiful. So you've got all of those to mix through. 9 metres of fabric to play with here. So you have got a lot of options. And that's £90.99. But because you get 9 metres, oh, less than 5 of those now, says producer Hannah. Not wishing to, you know, scare you or anything, but don't miss out. PPGC 26. Yes. Nice. Oh, producer Hannah's just going to see how many of the berry we've got left because they were running very low. Oh. Sorry.
So you can see as I piece these together, what's really nice is there's no, I'm not matching any seams.
I can do this.
So there's no there's no edges to match up. It's only when I start putting the blocks together, you know, obviously I want to make sure that that's meeting in the middle.
Do I need to press anything for you?
As I'm sewing these together, no, it's fine. As I'm sewing those together, I don't need to worry about it. So the construction is very simple.
That you need to worry about now, that's it.
It's just that one so that they look like, you know,
so it looks like you've got a centre point.
Yes, so these centre points are nice and pointy.
Perfect.
But other than that,
Director Tim says he's even got a picture of one. There you go.
Oh yes, there you go.
There's your pointy bits. Fabulous. I'm enjoying this.
Good.
Very much. The Meadow Air bundle is the one that is that one there, and that's £53.99 again for 9 metres of fabric. It's a whopper. 9 metres of fabric. And that's because that's got your backing in it as well. So you've got 3 metres of that navy. I love that navy. It's a real good, rich navy. I do like. I like it a lot. And then your berry, the berry one. We haven't really seen the berry one much today. But it sold out last time. So if you were after it, oh, it's the most popular one again today. Ta-da! Oh, here we go. Here are the berries. That's your berry burst kit. And that's at £53.99. CKGC88 is your code there, £53.99. Lucy, cracking job.
Yeah. So it needs a bit of a press, but that's the general idea.
No, I like this. I like this, and it just means that you can actually get a good glob of fabric, so that if you've got beautiful patterns in there, like with the Alison glass, because look at here, you can see, you can really see the compass.
Prints.
You've got enough so that you can actually appreciate the genius of the design if you've gone for the Alison glass.
Absolutely.
But it's discreet.
It's discreet, and it's very, very easy to do. I would sew curves all day long.
Would you?
Yeah, I could easily sew curves all day long. It's one of my favourite shapes to make. And
really?
It doesn't, with this technique, because you're cutting the curves, you're in charge of, you know, creating those shapes.
How big and all those sorts of things.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And as you're sewing them and as you're cutting them, you know, you can change them and make them slightly different and experiment with it.
So I'm just going to end up with a great big pile of these. Find the smallest size.
Find the smallest one.
Cut them all down to that.
If you have one that's a lot smaller for whatever reason, maybe
Did it go a little bit wrong?
It went a bit wrong. You could just leave that one to one side and cut them all larger if you wanted to. Yeah. And then I would do them all, do different colourways. Had I had enough time, I might have done an orange and a yellow together, because I think that looks really nice. And then just don't sew them together. Take the individual curved blocks and lay them all out.
Right.
And then have a good play. And I could have put these the other way, so I had like hills.
Oh, nice.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
I could have just do rows like that.
Yes.
So it's two together. It doesn't have to go into a square. I could do whole rows.
We're out of time.
Okay.
No, but we could talk circles lots. But you are going to be back in an hour. We're not talking circles then. We're talking globe. Well, it's kind of because the world is not flat, is it? It's circular. So we'll go with that. We'll take that tenuous link and take that. Thank you, my love. That's fabulous. This is the Still of the Alison glass fabric. Brand new today. Yes, please. Beautiful. And I promised you something a little bit different. So we're still talking about curves. We have been talking about curves this morning. And then we discovered this. Now, you know that I love my Stripology ruler from Creative Grids. You know that. I make absolutely no bones about that. So when I discovered that they'd done an oval, similar concept, but an oval, I was like, yes, this is the one for me. So maybe you want to do Lucy's Improv curves, but with ovals. Different take. And then this is how you would do it. So this has got all sorts of different measurements on it. So you've got your inches and half inches along there. You've got your radius in inches goes along there. You've also got, if you want to add a quarter, then you would just you would line it up slightly differently depending on whether or not you want seam allowances or whatever, because ultimately you're going for either an entire oval, quarter oval, or a half oval. And so you could do Lucy's a variation. So if I just do this in the bottom here, you will need a little rotary cutter for this. The 28mm is currently out of stock, but here we go, it will come in. So let me just line that back up again. And you can, so it's exactly the same method as the Stripology. You've still got the grips on there. Just put your hand on there and then round it goes. Now, if you want to do a rainbow or something, perfect. There they are. So again, if you wanted to do Lucy's, then you would just have folded it in half, not into quarters. So you would have just done it like that. Do you see what I mean? But you see, then you get lots of different, you'd get a completely different take. But there's your oval. This is brilliant. I need this in my life. How much is it? $39.99. Yes, yes. But then, now look, you see, you could do a whole rainbow. Oh, but just imagine a rainbow quilt for a little one. Oh, be amazing. You see, so you've got all of those. You could do all sorts. So it's all these shapes that, quite frankly, we avoid otherwise. Easter, yes, Easter's coming. So again, this could have been a quarter, this could have been a half, this could have been a whole. It's entirely up to you. I love this. Ooh. What happens if you start to do it like that? You could applique some cool patterns with this, couldn't you? Imagine that. And you could do planets. Yes, planets. Different, oh. Yeah, oh yes. Look, it's $39.99. I've never bought this one to wear. I don't know if it's been to wear before. Possibly. It does have lots of different markings on there, like I say, so whether or not you want to add a 1/4 inch seam, take off a 1/4 inch seam, but it does come with full instructions. You know, we always say with creative grids, never throw that black piece away. It's not just pretty packaging, it's actually incredibly useful. That gives you all of your instructions. So if you love creative grids and you love to do, well, I mean, actually I think ovals are probably harder than circles, aren't they? Yeah. So this is it. You're sorted. UNCQ 70. Love, love, love it. Look, it's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yes. I really like that too. Yeah. This, oh, it's only been on once before. Get it. Get it. It's amazing. I'm just going to see if I can do a 1/4 or a 1. Have I got time? Yeah, I've got a minute and a half. Yeah. Now, on the Alison Glass bundle, I've got to work out how to do this now. So here's that. So that's going across the bottom there. So very, very, very limited there. Please get it if you need it. Well, okay, so I should really have made this nice and straight down one side, but it doesn't matter. So I would straighten off down there, by the way, but I haven't got that ruler with me. So now I'm just going to whee, round I go. And, because Lucy did half circles, didn't she, to start off with? So you could do half rectangles. Yay, not half rectangles, half ovals. Yes. Yes, you know what I mean. I've lost the words today. But there we go. So that's what you can do. And then you could have just done 1/4. It is stripology with difficult shapes. It's just fantastic. So that's $39.99. Up next, it's Kaffe Fassett hour. Oodles and oodles. But remember, of course, the half meters, when they go, we're not going to stock those again. So you do need to take a little look at those and see which ones you love and which ones you just tickle your fancy. So, and of course, it's going to be full of colour, and then Lucy will be back with us. So don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye-bye. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
Hi, I'm Victoria Peat, and here are my top tips. My first tip is when dressmaking is to wash your fabrics. As soon as you get home or as soon as it arrives in the post, stick it in the wash. Wash it as you would do with the finished garment, get it ready so that when you're ready to sew, you're ready to go. My next tip is posture. When you're sitting at your sewing machine, particularly when you're doing something like quilting, pay attention to how you're sitting in the chair, because quite often when you're really concentrating on quilting, you have a tendency to hunch, and before you know it, you'll end up with a bad back. So my last tip is to not sew when you're tired. So many times I've sewn when I'm tired and I make mistakes, and you find yourself unpicking or wasting fabric. Sew when you're nice, ready and fresh.
Sewing Quarter is the UK's first TV channel dedicated to sewing and quilting. On air and behind the scenes, our team of top industry experts work hard to bring you tons of exciting projects. Whether you're into dressmaking, bag making, piecing, patchworking or quilting, you'll learn something new every day from our talented guest designers and fabulous presenters. Our online shop is packed with tools, haberdashery essentials and fabulous fabrics, from simple solids to designer gems. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee and single daily postage charge, you can shop with confidence. So tune in daily on Freeview 78, Sky Channel 678 and shop online at sewingquarter.com. Join Sewing Quarter at the Sewing for Pleasure show this March. From Thursday the 15th to Sunday the 18th, the NEC in Birmingham is transformed into fabric heaven, where you can enjoy sewing, quilting, patchwork and dressmaking with the experts. Find the Sewing Quarter team on stand H06. And with the chance to meet our guest designers as well as presenters Natasha and me, John, We'll have live demonstrations for you to enjoy, plus special show prices on exciting product. Snap up your tickets and bring a friend for free with our 2-for-1 ticket code exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Quote the code EV26 at www.sewingshow.co.uk and you can get 2-for-1 prices on adults and seniors for 1, 2 and 3 day tickets.
Could just spend hours just organising beautiful fabrics. And my word, of course, do I have beautiful fabrics for you this hour, because it's Kaffe Fassett hour. The man, of course, is a bit of a genius when it comes down to colour. You may know Kaffe Fassett from his knitwear days. You may know him as an artist, or you may know him as a quilter, or you may know him as a mosaic artist. I mean, the man's got multiple talents, let's face it. Whatever he turns his hand to, he's a genius at. So here we go. This is our big bundle. We've got 2 big bundles over here. We're going to start over here, then I've got loads over there for you. So basically, pick whichever ones you wanted. Now, producer Hannah, you wanted to start over here, didn't you, with the sunshine, because this is our biggest bundle. There are 33 fat quarter pieces in here, and we only have 3 of these left in the company. That's it. Okay, that's all we have. It's $142.99. You get 33 fat quarters, and I wanted, normally I would lay them out and, you know, but I just wanted you to see the kind of rainbow effect that you're getting through here. You've got all your browns, and then you go through into your citrus colors, the citrus tones, you get your oranges and your pinks and your reds. That beautiful clash that we were talking about earlier, just absolutely stunning. Now, of course, it is sort of spring to summer to autumn through there. So this is your sunshine. He did a sunshine and a shade range. And the next one has got a few more of the shade ranges, but this is your sunshine collection. It is exquisite. Now, this is from the Kaffe Fassett Collective. So you've got in here designs by Kaffe, also by Philip Jacobs, and also by Brandon Mabley. Kaffe himself calls them the 3 Musketeers. That's how he describes them. Philip Jacobs is an incredible botanical artist. His floral work is spectacular, which is, you know, one of these. And in fact, if I just show you out of the other ones, when you get things like this, you know that that's Philip Jacobs. Oh, okay, well, you won't get this one in there, but it's just to give you an idea. Any of the florals like this will be Philip Jacobs, but he hates working with colour. So Kaffe goes, well, hey, look, I'm the man for colour. So he does that. So this is your sunshine fat quarter bundle, and you have all sorts. So you've got that in a different colourway. You've got all of it in there. You've got spots, so that's a Brandon Mabley one. That's your Can Girls in there. It's quirky, it's colourful, it's original, and somehow the colours all work together. That is our biggest bundle. That is our biggest Kaffe Fassett bundle. Now, today. Not possibly ever, but for today. Now, let me show you this, because I started to just play with this one over here. So this is, I said that out of that range, Kaffe did sort of sunshine and then shade. And this has got a lot more of the shade tones in here. So if you wanted those darker shades, if you wanted, it is a different collection, but you've got some beautiful darker colours working through there. And this is your fall range, so you know those autumnal shades in there. And we've bundled 24 of these together for you. Look at it. Can I just show you this? Because I really do love it. So you're getting 24 fat quarters in there, but just look at that. That alone. Just imagine if you took Lucy's concept of the improv circle and you made an improv circle out of these fat quarters. Be amazing. There are just some exquisite colorways, prints. He just always surpasses all expectation when it comes down to color and design. What I really like, you know, it's a bit like I don't know what you're like when you eat out, but I like to order something that I can't make myself, something that I wouldn't make at home. And I kind of feel like that with Kaffe Fassett. There's no way that I would have put all of these colours together. I'm not brave enough to, but he has that bravery, and he does. And so I know that I can use it in confidence and know that it's going to work using his beautiful prints. So it's a bit like that. I want to buy something that I wouldn't have put together myself and yet know that it's going to work. Oh, what's that? Sorry, Producer Hannah? Look at that, just gorgeous. So you can mix that one, and then you've got your gorgeous zigzags. And then, oh yeah. So just those three together and you've got something really wow. I love this. And of course you're getting 24 pieces in here, 24 fat quarters, which is just stunning. I don't know if can we get that from above? Yeah, the colours aren't quite as bright on that camera, but you get the idea. Beautiful. Oh, this one has got to be one of my all-time favourites. I say that about a lot of them, but just look at this. I think because it reminds me of the show When He Came In. And we did with Jess. She took one of his cushion designs where you applique the flowers, the big flowers out of some of his designs. And I just think this one would be perfect for something like that. But you have plenty to play with. That's the absolute joy of it. You've got so much to play with. So these are big bundles. You know, if you know that you love Kaffe, or you've got a special Kaffe project in mind and you need lots of variety of Kaffe, then this is, you know, this is maybe the one for you. So this is our big collection bundles. This is from the fall range, 2017 fall range. Look at me folding stuff. God, I feel a bit grown up. Now, I'm going to go and have a look on the other desk because I've got a whole load of other stuff. But before I go there, I just want to point out as I amble across, have you spotted this? This is coming up at 11 o'clock. Now, this is part of the brand new Tilda collection, and this is going to come up at 11 o'clock, and this is the new lemon tree range there. I don't know how close we can get. Obviously the monkey, he just like hangs around all over the place. He's just, you know, but look at that. Oh, new Tilda lemon tree, yes please. Oh, nice. 11 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. Right, okay, now then. Okay. This morning when we were prepping these shows, our floor manager, Chris, bless him, he said, Tash, just promise me with this hour you don't mix up the bundles. He said, because otherwise I'm just. So, should we start here, Producer Hannah, because it's here with me. Now this here, I've got to be so careful. 15-piece fat quarter bundle. Here they are. So if green is your thing, then this is possibly the one for you. Yeah, Producer Hannah says, you know, green, she thinks spring. You love green though, don't you, Producer Hannah? Yeah, you do. And you can never find enough green fabric. This, in this one, look at this. This is one of my favourites though, because you also get those in there. Oh, yes. Just look at the detail in there. That's a Philip Jacob one. But then Kaffe comes along and does the colour. So here you're getting 15 fat quarters. It's a good size of fat quarter, isn't it? There's an awful lot that you can do with it. There we go. And let me just lay these out so we can just get to see all of these different designs that we've got in here. So if you want something fresh, maybe green is your colourway in your home, like it is for Hannah, then that is fabulous. And that's going to work an absolute treat in your home. Very, very beautiful. You've got spots in there. You've got all sorts of non-geometric things. And you've got lots of florally types in there. It really is a good mishmash and stunningly beautiful. Right, I'm going to pop that down there. Okay, that is our first one. As you can see, I've got a few. Now the next one, is this the red one or the lipstick one? It's red, isn't it? Okay, so this is our red one. So again, maybe you want these warm, earthy tones. So again, 15 in this one. So similar patterns to the other ones. You've got lots of different Kaffe designs in here. I mean, these ones are all Kaffe. But some of them, because he has very large pattern repeats, even if you get two of the same, they won't feel the same. Do you see what I mean? Because they'll be cut differently. Here we are. So very lovely. You've got your reds through there, you've got those pinks. And that is your 15-piece red fat quarter bundle, $65.49. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Just, you see, this is it. It's that moment when it arrives and anything is possible. Do you already have something in mind? Do you have a project? Message me. Have you got a project that is just crying out for some Kaffe? I've got lots. Oh. Now, this is the Peacock range. I think this is my favourite colour bundle, I think. Now, in this one, look at them. You're getting 20 in here. We are more limited on here, but it's just these exquisite colours. Oh yeah, look at these. It's knowing where to start, isn't it? I think, you know, sometimes does the fabric inspire you first? How do you work? Do you get that inspiration and then go, oh, I'm going to make this? Or do you see something like Lucy's quilt and go, oh yeah, no, actually I want it in those colourways? How does it work? How does it work for you? Oh, you see, you get those ones in there. So this is, yeah, this could easily do more than one project because you're getting so much in there. Look at that. It's a whopper and it's absolutely beautiful. 20 Kaffe Fassett fat quarters in there for $85.98. What an absolute treat. Oh. Oh, Lynette's watching. Good morning, Lynette. She's just had a cataract operation. Oh, you poor thing. She can't sew yet. I think you're going to say she can't see yet. She can't sew yet, but this is cheering her up. Good. Well, I mean, gosh, if you're going to be able to see anything, Lynette, it's Kaffe, isn't it? And colours, guaranteed to make you happy. Beautiful. Oh. Lots of you waiting to see all of them. So without further ado, the next bundle... And again, 20 in this one, I think. Yeah. Here we go. So this is your citrus range. And oh my word, look at these colours. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Producer Hannah, would you go green or citrus? You could match the two. I'll let you. Green, citrus, or both? You'd go green. Okay, your stash always likes green. No. Green in here. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Always a tricky one to know which to do. Oh, well, look, you see, we're going through. So we've got those almost sort of blood oranges, let's call those, and then you come through to more of your lemons, and oh yeah, you get the pinks in here as well. Look at those two together. Beautiful. It is sort of an ombre situation going on over here. You're going to do more than one project, so you can pick whichever colours work for you, but they do all work. This, you see, this one isn't always. We don't see this one as much, but it's got some beautiful movement going through this one. You see, it's almost like a swirl of fern. I used to live in the middle of Bodmin Moor, and just all of a sudden, within a week, the ferns would just all uncurl and just appear, and suddenly the moor would just look completely different. $85.98. But it's a different texture. That's just it. To be able to get such a variety within one fat quarter bundle, that's the genius of it. It's like you're buying many, many different designers and colorways in one. So for me, it's just wonderful, just wonderful. In fact, you could mix and match these easily because they have all the colors, and that's the nice thing. So you can pick out, yeah, you've got a green in there that's the same as the green in there, and so you can, and of course that the green and the purple. Oh, yes. Whew. Right, here we go. Now this is your island one. Island. You see, I love these, and these are especially great for when you've done your main event and you've got your scraps left over. I always think that if you're doing English paper piecing, I'm into my English paper piecing now. You've got loads of colours and you've got loads of ways that you can fussy cut as well. So lots of ways that you can really make the most of all of these fabulous fabrics. And I like the wonky dots. It's nice because it's you've got some geometric dots and then you've got some non-wonky ones. And then, you see, I like that one too. I like it with the blue and the green together. Oh, and this one. This one reminds me of, you know, you can buy those kind of rocks that have got all the, you'd know this, you worked in jewellery, didn't you, Producer Hannah? What's one of those things called? I think this is his strata fabric. Oh, you can't remember, okay. That's all right. But it does, you know, some people have like that slice of rock, don't they? With all of those going through. Paul would know. He likes to tell me about these things. And then, but yeah, I want to say strata, but I might be making that up. Geography was not my strong point. Apparently neither is folding today either. Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for emailing in. Oh, she says, love, love, love the vibrancy of Kaffe Fassett fabrics. I'm with you. She's in the process of making a fusion blanket. What's a fusion blanket? What is that? Tell us. What's a fusion blanket? Ah, so she's doing it in Kaffe Fassett, which is a beautiful and absolute joy to create. Barbara, you now have to tell me what a fusion quilt is, because I don't know. And neither does Producer Hannah. Neither of us know. So sorry, we want to hear. We want to know. Show us. Show us. Is it a fusion of colour or a fusion of designers or just a fusion of a bit of everything? Yeah. Catherine says, Tash, do I mean a geode? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what I mean. Potentially, I'm going to say yes, because you sound like you know what you're talking about. Yes. A geode. Oh, yes. Cameraman Mike is nodding frantically. He's like, yes, Tash, that is exactly what you mean. Look at this beautiful desk. I gave up geography when I was 13. Did history instead. Kind of regret it now. Right, this is my idea of heaven. All the colours. Do you know what this is? Sadly, this is actually how I do set out my little workroom, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have those colours together there, and then those colours. Hours of fun. Just, yeah. To the extent that my son's nursery said, he's a little bit obsessed with rainbows at the moment. I was like, yeah, it's because I've been sorting out my workroom and putting it all in rainbow order. Love this one. Those greens and those pinks. This is lipstick. Look at that. I think that the old cabbage plant, cabbage flower, cabbage rose, whatever it's called, is underestimated. It's beautiful. I had two in my conservatory and managed to kill them off in record time. I'm really not very green-fingered. That's why I'm better off with fabrics than I am with the real thing. Gorgeous, isn't it? Every time my mum comes up to stay, she waters all my plants. And, you know, it's a good job that she does, but I tell her apparently it's good not to overwater. That's my excuse. Mum, I'm just not overwatering them because I know you'll do it. Oh, hang on, I haven't seen this one. Sorry, carried away. But have you seen this one, Producer Hannah? I've never noticed this one before. That's nice. Look at that. That's really nice. Is that a succulent in the middle? Could be, couldn't it? Yeah, I'm thinking sort of a oriental vibe going on. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I like that. How have I never ever noticed that? That's the joy of Kaffe, isn't it? As every now and then you get a little hidden treasure, a little hidden gem. Hang on, it might say what it's called on there. Oh, it's called Dream. So maybe it's that you know is going to inspire you. Maybe you've lost some of your sojo, and this is here to sort you out. Now, of course, some of you I know will get this and never ever touch it. And just be like, no, that can just sit there and look beautiful on the side. And that's okay too. That's okay, because it's a work of art in itself. Yeah, you do want to just frame. Do you know what, I mean, I did this with one of the fat quarters, one of the Kaffe fat quarters, and I just sewed it into a cushion. I did nothing else with it. And it felt a bit deck. I was like, well, really, I work on a sewing channel. I should be doing something a bit whizzy, a bit woo, a bit wah. No. But it didn't need it. It was such stunning. In fact, I'll show you exactly which one it was. It was this one. And I just did one cushion just as it was, because it was just so beautiful. I couldn't do anything else. So producer Hannah, yeah, I may just as well have framed it, because I just made a cushion out of that. And it's one of my favorites. Yeah, well, it's the colors, it's everything else. And then I did a log cabin to go behind it, like a big log cabin-y type one to go behind it. And it meant I could pull out every single colour, and it was just fun. It was lovely. But I didn't need to dilute that in any way, shape or form. Love it. No, says producer Hannah. No, don't dilute it. I didn't. There you go. But you see, then I could have done it so that actually, if I'd have been sensible about it, I should have put my spots behind it so that it had gone even further. And then I'd have had more if I'd have thought about it. But a bit late now, because I've done it. I wanted to indulge. Hands up, I wanted to indulge. I'm happy with that. They're all our different fat quarter options. So if you've been waiting to decide, whoop. A stock check on the peacock, which is this one here. Love this one. There are now less than 10 of these left. So if you were after a peacock in your life, and again, this one has got 20 fat quarters. You've got your greens, your purples, your blues, your rich colours in here. It's decadent, it's abundant, it's beautiful. Then you've got that one. Beautiful. All these make me happy. Shall we have a look at some of the books? The sojo. Yeah, producer Hannah says, we talked about losing your sojo. It happens. I get it. I understand. These books are, I like to think of them as being kind of two books in one. Because the first half is your inspiration. It's a coffee table book of just beautiful quilts in stunning inspirational places. And then the second half is when you've had a look through and gone, do you know what, actually, I'd really love to make that. That's fine, because you then got all the ingredients as to how to make it in the back. Should we have a look over, wait, can we come in over the top? So this was inspired, Kaffe. Oh, you've been to this area of Italy, have you, producer Hannah? Oh! Stunning. Now this was one, because I didn't know whether or not he went to the places first and was inspired. His hands like, been there, been there, been there. Or whether his quilts just happened, it was a happy accident. In this particular case, he had been in the area, so he did sort of know what he was looking for. But look at those colours. Oh, very good calamari, apparently. I do like a good calamari, but it's got to be cooked well. Don't like it when it's too rubbery. Look at this. So if you've got the peacock, you could make something in those sorts of colourways, couldn't you? Oh. But then this one is more like your island, isn't it? So you see, I would just be looking through, going, The island one was this one, wasn't it? Oh, no, I need two arms to do that. No, it's all right. No, it's okay. I have arms, can stretch. So yeah, just there we go. Just, it does look. Yeah, you can start to see, can't you? they're not, it's not the exact same one. You do get the full ingredients list, but if you get a colorway that you really love the idea of, then you can work it up into whatever you want. But no, I think, hang on, look, because that's that one, isn't it? Oh, hang on. That's that one, isn't it? Is it? Or has that got a pinkier tone behind? But it's that fabric. So the prints, you know, the way that you do it, the prints are so different. They're going to look different when you cut them. See, there's my favourite one again. So you just, Kaffe lets you have his colour palette, and then you have a good old play. And that's the beauty of it. Because his designs are so intricate, look at that. Don't you just want to dive into that water? Actually, no, maybe just paddle about the edge. Diving doesn't look safe there. Oh, that would be, hang on, no, I'm not feeling island for that. Lipstick, or the red one for this, maybe. Yeah. Your big sunshine one, yeah, with all the colours. No, that for your sunshine, or your citrus one. Oh, producer Hannah, what about the citrus for this one? Hang on, I'm going to get citrus. Here we go. Yeah. Hello, colours. Look at that. Yeah, is that the one? Shall I lay that down next to it? It's wonderful, isn't it? It's just beautiful to see all of these stunning designs in the different colours. But if you wanted to make it huge, uh-oh. Chris, I'm trying so hard not to mix these up. He's looking at my desk like, are you sure? No, I'm not. Look. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Yeah, right, okay, let's have a look at some more through here. So if you love Italy, look at that. That's a very bold one. And of course, just works with the parasols. So yeah, you could mix through a solid spectrum, make it all go a bit further. Oh, yeah. Just stunning. So you've got the inspiration. It's going to transport you somewhere a bit warm and lovely. It's what we all need, isn't it? Absolutely. Maybe you want to have a go with some circles. Oh, I love that one. So lots to think about. Oh, no, that was the one that I really liked. Oh, how did they get Kaffe down there onto the rocks? Don't want to be careful with him. He's 80. Don't make him climb over big rocks. Tell you what, you wouldn't think he was 80, would you? Oh, Jean has emailed in. Hello, Jean, how are you? She says she loves Kaffe's fabrics, but she gets some of the Macawa solids to match him with the colours, tone it down a bit and make it go a bit further. Good job. Good job. It does make it go further though, doesn't it? I think that's a great way to do things. Now, what about, so then all of those beautiful quilts you've seen in the front half, you then get full instructions as to how to make it in the second half. And off you go. I think that's one of, that's my colour palette. That's your peacock, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, so there you go. That's quilts in Italy. And now we're going to, where did you want to go? Ireland next. This was his most recent one, wasn't it? This is the one that had only just come out when we had him on the show in August. So it hasn't yet been out a year. The beautiful thing about this is that he didn't recce where he wanted to do the shoot. He just turned up on spec and then went out to find. So he took his quilts with him. But he'd had a postcard many, many years ago of a beautiful house in Ireland that was all painted. And this was the postcard here. Oh, no, hang on. Where's it gone? Yeah, that is the postcard there. And that had inspired some of his quilts. I don't know how close we can go on that. And And so, you know, this beautifully decorated home, look at all of that colour. I mean, you know, that's right up Cave Street, isn't it? And so when he was driving around, he's like, I wonder where that house actually is. And they came across it. And here's Cave. I mean, we're talking a few years on, so it's not quite as vibrant. It's a little bit more weathered. But how amazing. They found it. They just stumbled across it. They just found that exact same house that had inspired him all those years ago. And he's had that postcard up. And he found it. He actually found it. I think that's amazing. It's just one of those, does that happen to normal people? I don't know if it does. The Adventures of Kaffe Fassett. Oh, and they found puppies. Does it get any better of that? Ah, you know, no, he's not stuck between some trees. Puppies. Look at that. And then, hang on, where's the bike? Where's the bike one? Because he was looking for a bit of colour, and of course he turned a corner, and there was a beautiful shop with a bright blue electric coloured blue bike outside of. He said that wasn't found for the shoot. That just was what happened to be happening outside the shop. How does that happen? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So all of these in here. So maybe, oh, this, yeah, that's the one that I really like out of this book. There are so many. And that's the house. So that was the inspiration, and that is the actual house. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots. Oh, and there's Brandon. So, you know, when we talk about the Three Musketeers, this is Brandon Mabley. Look at his little happy face poking out behind the plant. Can we get in any closer? Brandon's little happy face? Go on. So he's responsible for some of the crazy ones, but like the can-can dances and things like that. That's Brandon's. So that's one of the three. And then as ever, in here, of course, you then get at the back all of the ways in which to make them. So all of the ingredients. So whether you just have it as inspiration or whether you've got your fat quarters and you're like, yeah. Gotta make something out of those, then pick and choose which you want. I mean, this would be a case in point, wouldn't it, Producer Hannah? You could make these central pieces out of your cave, and then you could just do a plain Macawa fabric, one of our plains, to make it go further, and that would really stretch your fabric, so you're getting the most value for money. So that's Kaffe Fassett's Quilt in Ireland book. Should we have a look at the half meters? Yeah, because you might want a particular colorway to work out. Now, we won't be reordering any of these. We can't. You know, when they're done, they're done. So what we've got, we have, and that's that. So you might see them back again if they don't all go today. But if you do see something that you love, I would say get it now and then get as much of it as you wish. So it might be that the Delft China one in the green, we only have 20 meters in the company of this, and then it's gone. Because Kaffe will change his next range. And he'll change his colours, does what he does best. So we won't get this through again. So this is $6.99 per half a metre. It's got those incredible colours. He went through a blue and white China phase. So do you want to see this as a half metre? Because it's got quite, so a half metre is, oh, that's an entire metre. Well, there you go, I'll start showing you. So if you put 2 in your units, you'll get that. That is a full metre of Kaffe. Delicious. But then if you wanted a half metre, obviously then it's half. But you're in charge, so you decide how much you want, and we will cut it for you. So if you put 1 unit, that's how much you get. If you put 2 units, then you'd get obviously double, like I just showed you, and it will be cut in one continuous length. We have that ability. Not everywhere does, we do. And oh, is there going to be a wait until we get the next lot of Kaffe in? Oh, so if you are, I can't fold this up again. Why is it so difficult? Yeah, so if you are after some Kaffe, then you might want to just grab this now. I don't know when his next one comes out, actually. Not sure. Oh, I've got to show you this one, though. In fact, I'm going to lie this one out here, like this. Yeah. I still want, Producer Han, how much? 7 meters in the company. But I want a maxi dress out of this. I tell you, it's soft enough cotton to do this. This is 100% cotton. These are 42 inches selvage to selvage, and it's $6.99, and that's your magenta rose clouds. But yeah, if you want that, please check out on this one. I just want to put this with the stripes next to it because I just think it's gorgeous. Just so that you get an idea of only 9 meters of this one, but it's just a different take on your stripes and your chintzes, isn't it? So clouds down the bottom, stripes. These are your regimental stripes. But what I love about the regimental stripe is that you've got, it's not something that you have to be precise with because they're wibbly wobbly lines. So you don't have to worry if you don't sew it straight, it's fine. I'm thinking of Improv again. But look at the colours that run through there. Beautiful. You do have all the colours. That's like a proper summertime fabric, isn't it? I'll tell you what, it's feeling a bit summertime in the studio today. That aircon's really, yeah, could it be turned down a little bit, please? It's a little bit, a message from Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne. She says, having a fab birthday looking at Kaffe Fabrics. Love, love, love Kaffe. Thanks for a wonderful show. Yvonne, you're very welcome. It feels a little indulgent, doesn't it? What are you going for, Yvonne? If it's your birthday, then you should treat yourself. I just love those two together. I mean, just, oh. Imagine a two-tone bag like that. Beautiful. But then, having said that, you can, this is where actually, because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure about the Delft in the green until I saw it with a pink. And when you see it with a pink, doesn't that just change it up completely? Gives it a totally different look. And now I really love that in with all of these. Beautiful. Right, Delft down the bottom there. My next one is a Delft actually as well, producer Hannah, just to confuse. The next one is in purple, just so that you know. Oh, did you hear my stomach rumble then? Oh, I'm hungry again. Right, okay. Right, next one is here. Yeah, this is, oh, Delft red. Okay, so we're going with the background rather than anything else. And that has a completely different feel to it, doesn't it? You can fussy cut these. Have a good play with these. So if purples and reds are, yeah, they're an interesting mix. I kind of like them. It's really warm, isn't it? I have a friend that has purples and reds throughout her sitting room, lots of different fabrics, lots of different colours, and it just feels so beautifully warm in there. It's really lovely. Now, how about this for a bit of sunshine? I've only got 15 metres. Now, this is your trefoil. It does look different close up from far away. So far away, you've got kind of a chevron affair going on. And then close up, you get that detail. So the trefoil obviously is like a pea plant. I say obviously, I didn't know, I had to go and look it up. Because I think director Tim said that looked like producer Hannah with her hair out for a night out. She's got big hair, as our producer Hannah. But it's not, it's actually a pea plant. Disco Hannah, it is Disco Hannah. Yay! Right, she does have the best hair, if anyone I know. Right, Delft Pots in Blue. This one is always incredibly popular. Okay, we're down to our last little bit of this. So if this is one that you've loved, wouldn't this go with the peacock ones actually beautifully? If you're after a spot of this, then $6.99 it is, TARW41. Yeah, you could fussy cut. Maybe you want to do a table runner and have those in there. Be nice, wouldn't it? Placemats. Oh yeah, placemats. See, my mum collects blue and white china. I'm just thinking that would, yeah. Well, actually, no, in that case, I'd have to go maybe for this one, because this is, then you can really see that blue and white stand out. So, if you look around Kaffe's house, he paints the walls, you know, he just finds a bit of wall, has a bit of a painty time of it. And he loves blue and white china. He collects blue and white china himself. But he also, on his walls, he's got some beautiful walls where he's just painted these oversized roses. And I do wonder if this was inspired by that corner of his house with his chinas and then his beautiful roses. Okay, next one. Next, oh, the next one. Yeah. Is here. Yay! Now I'm going to open this out so you can see just the joy that is how this pattern is and repeats. So this is your rose clouds again. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just stunning. You've got to be bold, haven't you, to do something that is such a huge print. It's just great. Yeah, even if you do just select bits of it, every bit's going to feel different. You wouldn't necessarily know that it was a flower. You're right, producer Hannah. She's like, you know, you could just have, okay, so yeah, look, just like an abstract-y bit like that. Or a centre. You'd go with a centre. Hang on, let me... So imagine that, well, like that. So that was, looks like a hand. Can you see, like a hand coming round? It looks like fingers. Strange. Well, no, I think everyone's just going, no, just you, Natasha, just you. Everyone sees something different. Director Tim says, if you squint a bit. Oh, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. 3 meters of that one, or this one? Which one's this one? I've got my hand on 2. This one. Ah, this one. Only 3 meters of this, and then it's gone. This is the one that producer Paul can't get his head around. It's like, you think that it's doing zigzags, and then it goes a bit funny. It's like, yeah, that's the joy of it. That's the absolute joy of it. We're not getting this back. When it's gone, it's gone. So $6.99. PBRW 95 plus. There's probably going to be a bit of a wait until the next collection comes out. So if you're after some Kaffe, then you know, get it now. Right. Oh, here we go. Here it is in a brighter colourway. This would look nice with the yellow flowers that we've just seen. I'd quite like a dress out of this as well. Oh, I won't be getting it then because there's only a metre of it, and I expect that you will probably swoop in and grab it. But this is your Kaffe Fassett Collective Zigzag. So if you want the full metre, just put it straight in my trolley, producer Hannah, because it's going to go. We're not going to see it again. Oh, it's a shame because I really like that. Oh, hello. There's a whole load of Kaffe behind me. We're going to have a look at some of the makes in a minute, just to give you an idea of some of the things that we've used it for. Get those crafty sojos going. Only a metre of this one as well. Yeah, you see, look, you can really see. This is the trefoil. And what a lovely, how it just looks so stunning from afar. And then you get in, you see that. Brilliant. Brilliant. $6.99. BJRW 26. Yeah. Is that going straight in my trolley as well, producer Hannah? Because that probably won't be back either. So if you've got that in your basket, please check out. That's all I would say on that. Oh, yes. I'd forgotten about the squiggles. Here's a bit of fun. I always think that this would look gorgeous as a little girl's dress. Maybe I should make it for my niece. $6.99, PURW 53. That would be the best dressed toddler in town, wouldn't it? So we've got that, and then we've got it, here we go, in the pink. And again, that's $6.99 per half a metre. When they're gone, they're gone. And then we've got it in the blue and the red as well. I've got to show it because how different. I mean, this is all feminine and lovely and pretty. And then you get it in this and it takes on a whole different feel. Like, wow, look at that. Only 10 meters of the red left. It's so different, isn't it? It's just, wow. And then with the green and the blue, do they call that one the algae one? Can't remember. There's one they call algae. Have we not got that one here? What do they call this one? Oh, this is cobalt. Oh, green. Oh, they do it with the background, don't they? So that is your green squiggle. $6.99 per half a metre. Oh, and then the gerberas. I'd forgotten about the gerberas out of this range. Because we haven't done a show with all of these half metres for ages. So actually I'd forgotten half of these. But here's your gerbera. One of my favourite flowers. There's your gerbera. So if you do want to stock up on your cave, then this is your brown gerbera. Then now is the time to do it. There you go. I don't know if Cave has reruns. It's like when Tula Pink has a fabric, she does it and then she doesn't have another rerun, so they kind of become collectibles. I don't know if it's the same. Oh, so he's going to have to work with a new company because they're all moving from Free Spirit. So there might mean that there's a delay before his next collection comes out. So if you are after Cave, stocking up now is a really sensible idea, which is what a lot of you are doing. So well done on that. Well done. Now this is your paint pot. We'll get whatever he does, wherever he does it. But you know, when you move house, there's always a delay on getting yourself sorted. Oh, I still haven't got my favourite stuff out of the boxes, producer, and I still live in an absolute tip. And we moved in September, there's no excuse. $6.99, HXRW93. My husband walked into my workroom last night. He said, "Oh, you do have a floor." How rude. How rude. Yes, yes I do. Now this is the only colourway of the raked that, here we go, that we can offer you now. This is all we've got left. There you go. Whoa, everybody sees something different with these. Some see balls of yarn, others see sand. Yeah, everybody sees something a little bit different in this one. But wow, look at those colours together. This is the only option that we have left of the raked, and this is the algae. I knew we had an algae in there somewhere, because that's the same colourways, isn't it, as your squiggle. So if you are a big Cave fan, check it out. Your basket. Wait, as well as like looking on here. So you can, you know, those two colourways. I know, it's like a Cave bazaar, isn't it, going on here? Makes me very happy. It won't make floor manager Chris happy because he's got to tidy it up in a minute. Do you want to see some of the different things that we've made? So, do you remember Bear in a Bag? So this is out of the green one that we had right at the start. Hey, and there he is. So this was, it was a fat quarter a make. That's how this broke down. So the bag was a fat quarter, the bear was a fat quarter. And so out of 2 fat quarters, you'd make 2 bears because you want the contrast. So that's, I'm going to put him down there by the green ones. There you go. Beautiful. So if you wanted the greens, that works a treat with the greens. Oh, less than 20 of the green bundle left. What was this one? Oh, a little storage roll, wasn't it? Now this is out of the peacock. Yeah. Peacock is most popular. So it's not just quilting, is it? I mean, that's a little glasses case. So you've got, no, it's not a bad hand pup, it's a glasses case. And then you've got this little one, which was a wrap, wasn't it? So it was just a storage roll, you could put all your bits and bobs in there. So if you were crocheting or anything like that, or even, you know, your makeup brushes or something. So lots of different projects, you know, get your fat quarter books out, make all of those. Now, the peacock bundle is well and truly in single figures. Now, what about making out of some of the reds this one? I'm just looking to see which of the reds. Yeah, this was the red. This was the red one, not the lipstick. This was the red one. Look at that. And mixed with grey. And then you've got the grenadine linear fabric, which is round the outside. And then the grey through the middle. So that's yeah, that's how you make your fabric so a bit further, isn't it? And then you've got a beautiful quilt to show for it at the end of it. Stunning. Oh, just check out on all of them. Whoa, look at this one. Oh, this is pretty. I never saw this one. So lots of ways to make Kaffe look different. And again, mixed through with just a solid. Lovely. And that's a big one. Long enough, whoops, I haven't got long enough arms for that. You didn't see me just drop that on the floor. I'll press it down afterwards. And then, what other ones have we got? God, I tell you what, I've had a good rummage through our stuff. Oh, this one. We go look at this one. This was from one of the design rolls, but you can cut down. So if you've got stripology, you can cut it down. And this was mixed through with just our Spectrum Solid White. Isn't it lovely? So in the citrus ones, all the different colours, that was peacock, but just imagine it in all the island one as well. Well, do you know what, any of them? It's about finding the colourways that works in your home that you want. But then what about your cathedral window? Yeah. Then you just get, that's the sunshine bundle, isn't it? That was from that one. Oh, with two of these now. $142.99. But you could be making something like this. Lots of different styles, lots of different designs. And I love the cathedral window because you get a good peep at the different designs. And then this one, this was with the gerbera. So if you are after, using those half meters, you've got a half meter, then you want to mix it through with some solids. This is a great example of how to do that. And with the larger prints as well, they're just crying out for a big project. Gorgeous. And then, what else have we got? Oh, how have I not seen this one? This is beautiful too. Look at this. Oh, this is from the island collection. Look at that. That's beautiful. Who did this? Do we know? Anyone remember? That's lovely. That's your island fabric that would have made that. $85.98. Wow. I'm just surrounded by gorgeousness. Right, where am I going? Quilts in Morocco. No. Brilliant little projects. This one. And my big fat quilt. Somewhere. Bear with me, just need to find it. Ah, here we go. This one. I'm going over here. Wish I could just walk away from a mess like that at home and just it'd be magically cleared up when I got back. Now, we have got two big fat quarter bundles. This is the biggest one that we have. Yes, it is, because this is your 33-piece sunshine bundle. $142.99. Look at all of those. So hopefully we've given you some inspiration. I hadn't seen half of those because I'm only in half the time. I hadn't seen half of those. So beautiful, beautiful. Do check out your baskets. We've only got two of these left. One's already gone. We've got two left. That's the biggest of the fat quarter bundles that we can offer you today. Yeah. Now, if you just want some Kaffe in your stash and then you want some ideas, then how about also grabbing the brilliant little patchwork book? Or did you want to do the other one? Okay, let me show you the other fat quarter bundle. Producer sounds like, please don't miss out the other fat quarter bundle. I won't. This is fall, 2017's fall bundle. And you've got you've got a lovely mix in here actually, because you do have all those brights. So it's like you've got all of your beautiful citrusy colours there. Then you've got kind of all your blues going through here. Oh, here we go. Have a look at the still, because you can see, there you go. You can see all those colours a bit better there. But again, you can mix and match those through. And then you've got a lot of variety going through there. Now can I show the little book? Yeah. So maybe you just want some smaller ideas. Maybe you're quite new and you just want some smaller ideas with a bit of Kaffe. Now imagine that Delft china in blue, making those. So maybe you're just getting into these sorts of things. Maybe you don't have a massive Kaffe collection yet. It will happen. Then you just want some little ideas as to how to get a bit of Kaffe around your house. Then this is a brilliant way of doing so. And there you go. So lots of different ideas in there. Everything from quilts to cushions to kimonos. All sorts of things. And again, full instructions in these. Now you see, imagine, you know those big rose clouds? Imagine that with the rose clouds on there. It'd be stunning. So all sorts of different projects. And you can have a play. Beautiful. Now, I mean, I'm seeing the peacock bundle throughout this. Oh, look. If you are after the peacock bundle, and let me show you the peacock bundle, we are well and truly limited on this. So this is going across the bottom of your screens now, $85.98. It's absolutely flown out. Those colours are just exquisite. The purples, the blues, the greens in there. Absolutely gorgeous. The richness and the vibrancy is there. Beautiful. So don't miss out. Also, coming up next, we have got Lucy Brennan, brand new. Oh, she's just arrived. Just in the studio. Perfect. 2 hours next of brand new fabrics. That's cracking, isn't it? So brand new Atlas fabrics with Lucy next. And it's a gorgeous globe panel. You're going to absolutely love it. Well, I love it. And then after that, something completely different. Tilda have brought out a brand new collection, which is called the Lemon Tree range. It is exquisite. It is fresh. It's zesty. We've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for it. It has finally landed, and we are going to be playing with that in an hour at 11. But Lucy's next.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
Tune in on Friday 23rd of February for an hour of Sashiko stitching with Jennifer Taylor. Originally a traditional Japanese technique for mending clothes, Sashiko uses simple running stitch to create fascinating, intricate patterns. We have everything you need in this hour, from the complete Sashiko starter kit to books, templates and accessories will have you stitching in no time. As well as teaching us the technique, Jennifer will be showing us how to apply it to a sewing room storage set. So join us and learn something new on Friday the 23rd of February at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do a hem stitch. Now a hem stitch is just a row of small slanting stitches that are used to secure your hem. So in this case I'm pretending that this is going to be the bottom of a trouser leg. I'm first going to take my needle through the single hem. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail before I place that back down. So then I'm going to do a double stitch. Now this is just where you sew over the same area twice, so you're creating a knot. So that's 1, 2. So that's securing my thread now. And now we can begin doing our hem stitch. So you're going to need to bring your needle in at a diagonal, so you want to pick up a few stitches from what would be the trouser leg before then going into your hem, so you can make this stitch a little bit bigger. And then repeating that process again at a diagonal. I'm going to be picking up a few stitches of the trouser leg, and then we can pick up more of the single hem.
So I'm making these stitches super big so you can see what I'm doing, but when you do this at home you'd want to make these a little bit closer together. Okay, so there's my row of hem stitching, and if I just turn this over, you can see the very small stitches on the other side. So if you're doing this in a normal thread and not a thick thread, you won't be able to see those at all.
Join Sewing Quarter at the Sewing for Pleasure show this March. From Thursday the 15th to Sunday the 18th, the NEC in Birmingham is transformed into fabric heaven, where you can enjoy sewing, quilting, patchwork and dressmaking with the experts. Find the Sewing Quarter team on stand H06. And with the chance to meet our guest designers as well as presenters Natasha and me, John, we'll have live demonstrations for you to enjoy, plus special show prices on exciting product. Snap up your tickets and bring a friend for free with our 2-for-1 ticket code exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Quote the code EV26 at www.sewingshow.co.uk and you can get 2-for-1 prices on adults and seniors for 1, 2 and 3-day tickets. Sewing Quarter is the UK's first TV channel dedicated to sewing and quilting. On air and behind the scenes, our team of top industry experts work hard to bring you tons of exciting projects. Whether you're into dressmaking, bag making, piecing, patchworking or quilting, you'll learn something new every day from our talented guest designers and fabulous presenters. Our online shop is packed with tools, haberdashery essentials and fabulous fabrics, from simple solids to designer gems. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee and single daily postage charge, you can shop with confidence. So tune in daily on Freeview 78, Sky Channel 678 and shop online at sewingquarter.com. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
Love this panel. Oh, Lucy. This is brand new today. I feel it's going to fly.
I think it should.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome back. You've got myself and Lucy this hour. Lucy, you have made this.
I have. I'm in the way, always in the way.
And you're in the middle of the world. And that's
in the middle
fine.
of the world.
Yay!
I'm going on my travels.
So it consists of a central panel. Let me show you that central panel. On your marks, get set, brand new today, 60cm panel, and go! Yay! So we are going to offer you the panel by itself. It is £9.50 for a 60cm panel, your normal selvage width to width. You get the whole map, you get the whole world for £9.50. That's a bargain.
Bargain.
Now, the only other way to get the panel this morning is in the bundle for the quilt, which I will show you later. So, whoa, half the stock of the panel is already in your baskets.
Wow.
Wow, you were quick this morning, so please be quick. This is going to fly. There is absolutely no doubt about that. It's been promoted heavily because it is so gorgeous. Lucy, I think what a lovely idea for maybe you've got a teen that's going off travelling, and you could, I mean, because you can use it just as a panel in the middle. But you know when you get on aeroplanes and they have the little dotty lines of you go from here to there to here to there.
Yep.
You could almost add that on as you're quilting.
There are so many things that you can do with this panel. Marking the places that you've been to, marking places you want to go to, you know, putting little, you could embroider on it, put little pins, little hearts. You could map out, you know, where your friends live. There are so many different things.
Yeah, if you've got family all over the world as well.
Yes.
Oh, producer Hannah says more of you have that in your basket than we have stock of.
And it's a beautiful panel to use for like a memory quilt as well, or a travel quilt. You might have other fabrics from different places in the world, or different blocks you want to put with it.
Now that has just sold out. Wow, that's record time. Now the one other way to get that panel is in a bundle. We were meant to bring that about halfway through the show. We will now fast track that and bring it to you now because so many of you, my gosh. Now in the bundle you get the other fabrics that I haven't even shown you yet, but you also get the panel and the instructions so that you can do the corners of the block like of the quilt that Lucy's done. So I'll show you all of those fabrics in one moment. But, oh my goodness, triple the people wanted that panel that we had stock of. This is the only other way to get it. It's not a hardship because you get all the other gorgeous fabrics that go with it.
And they're all the coordinating ones from the collection, so they all match in perfectly.
Which works an absolute treat. Plus, you get the interlocking square block. Oh, half the stock's out in blaskets.
Hello?
Blaskets. Blast off. Yeah. That is brilliant. That's the only other way to get the panel. So well done. Gosh, you are on it today. Well done, you. Wow, we're going to have to try and get some more of those. I would imagine we're probably on the phones to them about now, saying, could we get some more, please? Could we possibly? Now, by the half metre, let's have a look at the other ones by the half metre. Now, this one's got lots of names on it.
Yeah, it's lovely. I really like this. I'm a sucker for a text print.
Oh, are you?
I love text prints. I think they're really useful and they add a lot to a quilt.
I'm trying to find the selvage so that I can show you selvage to
and
selvage.
It's lovely. It's got all those name places on there.
Producer Hannah keeps saying, this would be great for a memory quilt. She's making a few memories. Yeah. Actually, Producer Hannah's very well travelled.
She is.
So, you know, lovely to have a project like this. She's, you know, cycled Cuba. She's been there, she's done it. She's always popping off here, there and other.
I think this is lovely inspiration for how you could quilt it as well, because you could enlarge that and write, you know, use it as a stencil to write out the names of the places.
Or you could just cut out, you could fussy cut and put in, or even if you down the bottom put them as names of places where you want to go. Yeah. You know, I've been to Africa, my husband never has, and I'm like, one day I will take you to Africa and I will just show you how beautiful it is, whereas he's lived in Australia and he wants to take me to Australia. So, you know, all these different places.
That's on there, Australia's on there.
Yeah, no, it's on there. And so if maybe you've got, I mean, you've got, where did it go? Bay of Bengal.
There's Australia.
There's a little Australia there, but there's a bigger one as well. Yeah. There's Australia, the Arabian Sea, Africa.
And it's really nice that they go in different directions as well, because quite often text prints are all one way, but this goes all ways. So that's really useful when you're cutting it up.
Half the stock of this is already in baskets as well. You've got India. Now, India's a very popular name now, isn't it?
It is.
So there might be some little ones that have that as a name. Japan.
Asia as well.
Japan.
Asia is the name.
Arctic Ocean. My dad and my brother have been to the Antarctic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I haven't.
No. Well, I don't think many people have. They brought us back a picture of a penguin.
And the colours in this one are lovely as well. That's really nice, because we've almost got a rainbow, but it's nice it's got those darker colours in there as well, and the blues.
You see, I had years and years and years ago a very similar Atlas fabric, but it was a curtain fabric, heavyweight curtain fabric, and we've got that in our curtains. And the school said to me the other day, do you have lots of maps around your house? I'm like, yeah, we have a whole wall of maps and places we've lived and everything else, because Freddie's always drawing maps. That's all he's interested in, is drawing maps. Now, compasses. The fabric we've just seen is in the quilt bundle as well. All of these fabrics are in the quilt bundle. So that's your quickest way to get hold of all of these, plus Lucy's instructions. $36.99. Pete, oh, there's only 5 left of the quilt bundle.
Wow. People are on form today.
We haven't even started yet. Well done. It's one of those bittersweet shows, isn't it? Yes. Where you're so thrilled that everyone's loving it, and then a bit gutted for those that, you know, we're still making tea.
Yes.
So the other 3 fabrics in the range are all your compasses. So this is your I love that one. This is your charcoal one.
I think that one's my favourite.
Is it? The next one's my favourite?
Yeah, I think that one's my favourite just because of the impact of it.
It is really lovely. And that's £6.99 per half a metre. Now, if you've bought the bundle, well done. You've already got it. You can sit back, chill out, relax. Relax. If you haven't, you need to get on it quick because these are going super, super, super fast. And well done.
Yeah, they're all Windham fabrics as well, and the quality of the cotton's beautiful.
It is.
Really nice to work with.
We haven't even mentioned who makes it or anything like that, but you are so right. All of the fabrics on this hour are Windham fabrics, so you know that you're going to get great quality cotton. Selvage to selvage, we're looking at 44 inches, your standard 44 inches, easily washable, which is what you want, you know, because
they've got a nice drape to them as well. They're nice
and
soft.
They do, don't they? Well, let me show. Let me show.
Yes.
Why not? I think if you're making anything for your home, you want it soft, don't you? You want it to be really comfortable and lovely.
And you can just see how it's printed because you've got the, you know, NSWE, north, south, west, east on there, and it's really clear. It's beautifully made fabric.
How did you learn that at school? We had naughty elephants squirt water. We
had never eat shredded wheat.
Right, okay, now, next one. Let's have a look at the next one. Is here. This is my favourite colourway.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Because it picks out, it's like the sea colour behind it. So £6.99 with your aqua. Oh, producer Hannah says you could cut out the shape of a country in this. She's already thinking, you could. That would be a bit special, wouldn't it?
I know.
And just have that on the front of a cushion.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be a whole quilt, does it?
No.
Or maybe you've got someone who's going abroad travelling and you want, you know, maybe they're going off to Australia for a while and you want to make them notebook covers. Lots of different ideas.
Yep.
You just need to get the fabric first, and please do check out your baskets. And then this one, this has got the aqua actually as the compass points.
And the detail in that is just amazing, isn't it?
It is, because you can see the north, south, east, west. You know that you can only do that with a good quality fabric. You can't do that with a chunky, glumpy one.
And even the points of the stars, those very little points at the back. Beautiful.
Producer Hannah's saying that the star in the middle is very similar to the block that won our birthday block competition.
Oh yes, yes it is,
isn't it? And she foundation paper pieced that.
Yeah.
Is it wrong? I'd actually quite like those as tiles.
No, I think that would be lovely.
That would be very right, wouldn't it?
It would, yes. In that colour.
So yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be quick to get these, I'm afraid, because. Okay, all of this range is incredibly popular this morning. So the panel sold out like that. The quilt bundle, there is one left. So if you are super quick, then check that out now. You can check out as many times as you like. You're only going to pay one lot of P&P. Those by the half meters are going crazy too. So please check out your baskets on all of it. We've got some other fabrics that we thought would go beautifully with this. We've bundled them. They're great blenders.
Yes.
And they are from Windham as well. So if I just have a little manoeuvre around of all these things and bring... Oh, well, here we go. This one here in your neutrals would go beautifully with that last compass one that we showed because it has a nice neutral one in there. Now, these have got tiddly tiny prints on. They're from the Titan range by Windham. So where would I use these in quilting, Lucy?
Anywhere and everywhere.
Anywhere.
Anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, blenders are brilliant because you don't want to use solids all the time, or you may not want to use solids all the time. Of course you can if you want to. But what's nice about prints like this is they just bring a little bit of texture into your projects. So you've just got those, you know, those small patterns that just either complement focal prints, like the compasses, and just act as nice backgrounds, nice neutrals, without being overpowering.
This is a nice soft colour as well. You know,
Yes.
sometimes it's got that kind of antique-y feel. This would go with any of your shabby chic fabrics as well. I want to show you this with that compass fabric, so that you can see. Now, the green compass is what's coming up on your screen. So that's that one, and then that's the aqua one. But you can see how it all works beautifully and why we've chosen these.
Yeah.
Because you're bringing in more texture. And actually, producer Hannah's just saying, actually, with some of your shabby chic Tildas, you could work those through as well.
Yeah, and as soon as you see the, you know, these next to this,
You can see how it
they
works.
pop out
Yes.
even more.
Exactly. And it might be that, you know, you want to do nice big strips of this and then just use that to blend it through.
Yes.
Nice. Now, the green bundle is next. And again, brand new today. All these fabrics, brand new. This hour and next, all brand new fabrics. Happy days.
I'd use these ones to cut out countries.
Oh, that's
use
not a
the
bad
green.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And I'm going to pick out the charcoal one to go with this. Oh, producer Hannah would just like it anyway. I like that with
Yeah,
the charcoal.
beautiful.
Because that's got
It's
your
got
greens.
the greens in there.
And also, actually, you've got greens in your words as well.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Producer Hannah doing her very best to bring you all of the different details for everything. I keep going, and this, and this, and what about this? And I really love this. So this is the new Titan range, which we think works beautifully with our global Meridian, Globetrotting. Oh, Mandy sent it to me. Hello, Mandy. I think this is so popular as there are not many fabrics that suit men. Ah, yes. This is great for any home decor and not flowery. Good point.
I
Good
agree.
point. Yeah.
Yes, I think anybody that loves travelling, anybody that's visited lots of countries, anybody that hasn't yet but wants to,
yes.
I think this would make you can make lovely projects for people.
My
with these
geography is
fabrics.
dreadful, as we have established on many an occasion on the show. My geography is utterly dreadful, and I am so sure that Freddie is not going to go the same way. We've got maps all over the place. He's got globes. We had a torch out the other day and turned off all the lights to show him how the sun works and all this kind of stuff. And you know, we absolutely love it. So it's educational as well as,
Yes.
you know, it's there.
Yeah.
And it's just really beautiful. And you know,
All those memories, I think.
yeah,
I think that's what's so
absolutely.
lovely about it.
Now the last of the new bundles is the blues. The blues. Blue's always popular.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite colourway is the
blues.
blues.
Blues. Now I'm going to leave the words there, because then you suddenly see there are blues in there.
Yeah,
which I hadn't
it brings out
noticed.
that colour, doesn't it?
And actually, even with your cream,
Yep.
suddenly that doesn't look aqua anymore. That looks blue. Do you know? I think if you are a fan of blue, just get this one anyway. Would be my advice.
Yeah, I mean, it would just blue goes with most things, doesn't it? Anyway.
Absolutely. And it is. It's always one of the most popular colours.
Yeah, you definitely. I mean, I would use all of those.
Oh, absolutely, without a shadow of doubt. I really like this one. Look. I don't know how close we can get on these. They are tiny dots. But they've just got a nice little swoopy swirl.
Yeah, and there's a lot of movement in there, and that's why I think blenders. It's nice to add in these sorts of prints to your projects because it just creates, you know, that texture and that movement.
It's almost like if you join the dots, you'd get your thumbprint.
Yeah, but even having that as a border, you know, even if you just saw a small amount of it,
Yeah.
it just gives
Oh, no,
another
absolutely.
dimension to it. That's
and
my favourite.
this one, look at this.
I love that one. There's something quite computery about it.
Yes, I could see that, like a shiny computer screen almost. You've got, oh, there's lots. And you see, because this isn't a solid colour behind,
No.
so you've got tiny little, it's really hard for our cameras to pick up, but if you can see there, it's not a solid colour behind, which means you don't have to match the colour exactly.
It's like a blue sky, isn't it?
Yes, with little horseshoes.
Yes.
And then we haven't really talked about these. This is, I mean, this is a lovely, ooh. I love
It's a
the
lovely
ooh. Well, I don't really know how to describe it, so I just gave it a sound effect.
But that goes nicely with the theme as well, because it's sort of travelling, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's got movement. It's very clever. And then that one under there, beautiful blender.
Yeah, I love those really small. It's like a ditzy print, but not a floral.
And different. And
That's
I
really,
think,
really nice.
Was it Mandy who just? Oh God, my mind gone.
know.
Who just sent in
too.
that message? So you're perfect for men.
Perfect for everybody.
I know.
Anyone and everyone.
Oh, Sonia wants to make it for a rucksack.
Oh, yes, nice. Yes. Then you can take it travelling.
Yes, it can go to all those places.
Yes.
Right, every way to get the panel has now sold out. Oops.
Sorry.
This is the blue bundle. This is also incredibly popular. So please, again, watch out on that. Make sure that you're not missing out there. Basically, everything's popular this hour. Check out your baskets, is effectively what we're saying. So what we're going to show with Lucy is how to use the blocks to do the corner.
Yes.
So obviously your panel is your panel.
Yes.
So
Panel is the panel.
You can do as much or as little with that as you wish.
That's just done.
Yes.
The only thing I did with this one was cut around with a 1/4 inch away from the compass. So there is this colour, a slight border. When you get the panel, it's got a little border in it. So you can keep a little bit of that in if you want to, but I used the compass as a line.
Right.
And then left a 1/4 inch so I could piece it to my borders. But you can leave a bit of the bluish, greenish bit if you want to on that. And then, so I've created a border top and bottom, just using the linear, and then 4 blocks in each corner.
Now, what we haven't done, because, and I felt quite strongly about this, was we haven't put a background colour in. You've got all of the feature fabrics.
Yes.
But it's for you to choose then. We went with a green linear, but there's no reason that you can't pick out to go what suits your own home.
Yes.
I would go with maybe a creamy colour. I think that would look really lovely. But then maybe I might go with some of the neutral bundle maybe would look gorgeous with that. It's up to you, completely up to you. Or maybe you want to pick out the pink and the greens in here. You know, it's entirely up to you.
I think I would go pinks. Because that's
But
me.
we have a full selection of colours on the website, so you choose. So what we're going to show you is how to do the interlocking square block, which is the lovely corners.
Yeah.
It almost looks like travel tickets.
I know, it does. It goes really well with the theme, I think. So.
How do we do them?
Yeah. Okay, these are really simple. In the instructions, you've got templates, and it's just 2 different size triangles.
Okay.
So the whole block's made up of 2 triangles, 2 different size triangles, not just 2 of them, but that's your basic. So you've got the template with the instructions, and then you can either use those as they are, or you can use the measurements and cut squares and then cut them on the diagonal.
Okay, right.
So the measurements for that, the larger one is a 4.5 inch square, and the smaller one is a 3 3/8.
If you want to end up with the same ending size, do you have to add 7/8?
No, that's the cut size.
Oh, that is the cut size.
That's the cut size. So it would be 4.5 inch squares and 3 3/8 of an inch squares.
Okay.
And then you just cut them on the diagonal. So obviously for for triangle K, you're cutting twice on the diagonal through your squares.
Okay.
That one you're just cutting once.
Oh, I see.
So those are the cut sizes of squares if you chose to do squares, or you can use the triangles. So for anybody that wants to, you could hand piece this as well. So we've got the triangle. You could English paper piece it as well if you wanted to. So you've got the templates there.
Well,
for
yeah,
that.
because you could then. Did you hand applique those on? Are they appliqued on?
No, they're pieced.
Oh, they are pieced on.
Yeah, so they're pieced to the borders, and then I added the borders sections on. So they're just, all I did was slice it. So I took the finished sizes of the blocks, and then just measured this, and then worked out what size I needed, plus 1/2 inch for either side.
It's an optical illusion, isn't it, every time?
Yes, sorry, plus a 1/2 inch for both sides, that's what I meant to say. So, yes, it is like an optical illusion. It's a lot of fun making this block. So I'm just going to lay it out. I've cut all my triangles. can't speak today.
No, that's okay. Lots of you saying you're really sad that you've missed out. Apologies. We brought what we could. We will try and get more. Our buyer is on the case right now as we speak. Might take a little while. That's all I can say. Might take a little while. But yeah, we are aware that, you know, we got everything that we could. So we can only get what we can get, you know, and then we'll just have to see what else we can get. So Sharon, oh hello Sharon. Any more panels? Yeah, like I say, we'll get this in a moment. My husband saw the quilt this morning and was excited because he loves maps and travelling.
Oh.
I think that's the thing. That is the thing.
And I think there's so many people would love, you know, would love it and
Now you see the fabric just with the words on. The country's fabric, I think, is fab for so many people.
I think it's a really nice one for young people as well, for, you know, somebody going off to university or something.
I love Sonia's idea of maybe making that into a backpack.
Yes.
Send them off.
Yeah.
With all of that on.
So I'm just arranging this. There we go. And they almost look like hearts.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
It could be a spiralling heart, couldn't it?
It could be.
These are called interlocking squares. Is this also a card trick?
Card trick, yeah. So this is traditionally a card trick block.
That's excited producer Hannah, who's just yelled, yes!
Well done, Hannah.
Down my ear, because she's just remembered it. She's very excited about
learning.
that. I might not be able to hear anything for the rest of the day in that ear, but that's fine. That's fine. It's all good.
So that's how it comes together. So it literally is just those two shapes of two triangles,
yes,
two different sizes that come together. So within that block, you've got 3 variations. So the first is that central block with the 4 smaller triangles. Then you have this block, you have 4 of these blocks with 2 smaller triangles and a larger one, and then you have your half square triangles in the corners. So the trick with this one is you want 4 fabrics that are distinguishable from each other.
Yes.
If you have anything that's too similar, you lose the effect of the block. So you'll notice here I've put these 2 either side of each other, because if you put them next to each other, they are different colours, but they still blend in a little bit, and then I've got those in opposition just to create that contrast there.
I've just thought, you know what I would have to do if I made this quilt? And, you know, shabby chic'd it all up, is... I
love that you do that.
Oh, no, I love that.
I know.
Get one of those, you know, you can get in antique shops, you can get those old travel cases. So I could imagine this draped over a stack of those.
Yeah,
wouldn't that look amazing?
Yeah, it would.
I might have to.
If this was in a magazine, that's how they would.
Yeah, it is,
that's how they would shoot
styled.
it, isn't it? Yes.
We might just have to do that anyway.
Just for fun.
But it might be a few of our handbags stacked together.
Pretend.
It's the best we could do.
Just pretend.
But that's how it would be.
It would.
In my head.
It would. So
back to the show.
Back to the show. So the only other thing to mention is your background. Again, I would choose something that's going to contrast.
Okay.
So that it looks like you've got those 4 interlocking squares just positioned on the background, or your tickets if you like. So then we need to piece it together. So usually you work, you know, in rows and then sew your rows together. But when I'm piecing something like this, I always start with the smallest pieces first.
Do you? What's
and
that?
Build up. I don't know, it's just my way.
Just what you do.
So you can do this individually, you know, block by block, and then sew them into rows. But for some reason, I just like to always start with the fiddlier ones first. So I'm going to start in the centre. So I'm just going to sew 2 of the triangles together, and then the other 2. So the thing you need to be careful of when you're doing this is position is really important. So I don't want to sew these accidentally that way. It ruins the whole effect of the block. I mean, it just makes me...
Look at that, she's shuddering.
So you need to be careful when you know, when you're moving them.
This is one that you really, and if in any doubt, go back, place it back down, or even pop a pin as you fold it over in the side that you're going to sew it in. Anything that means that from there to there, you don't get discombobulated, because that happens to me.
Discombobulation is not good in this
case.
So when I'm sewing triangles together like this, especially when it's smaller ones, I always sew from the flat side rather than sewing from
Stops
the
it bobbling,
corner.
nesting underneath, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I've set my machine to a 1/4 inch and I'm using my 1/4 inch foot.
What's the best place you've ever been?
Oh, that's such a tough question.
And I want to know from you as well. Come on, message us in. What's the best place you've ever been?
Oh, I'm losing my triangles because I'm thinking about it.
Oh, the fabric with the words of the countries on. Oh, yeah, this one here. More of you have this in baskets than we have available. So another stock warning on this one. This is your main detail, just by Lucy's head. Countries in cream. And that's, so we've got more of the in baskets. Please make sure that you check out. And that's just assuming that people are only getting a ½ metre. And the one down the bottom is, down the bottom of your screen there, is this one. Maybe you just want to make the block. Then you can. You can. There you go. We are going to try and get some more of these in. We don't know when. But bear with us. We'll work on that. And I can assure you we will get as many as we possibly can in, because that was just crazy. Beautiful.
Okay, so I've sewn the 2 halves of my block. I will do shortly, yeah. Sewn the 2 halves of my block together. And what I'm going to do is obviously put these right sides together and sew them together. So what I've done is I've just finger pressed the seams going in opposite ways, so that when they come together, I'll be able to nest those seams. So one's going up and one's going down. Yeah. So that's just something to be mindful of, because they're only small pieces. So I'll just
helps, doesn't it? If they just
nest those and pop a pin in it. Grab my pins. So that's going to give me a really nice point in the
Your
centre.
top tip here. Pin on the diagonal.
Yes, pin on the diagonal.
And I hear that in my head now every time I do anything like this. I'm like, pin on the diagonal. Lucy says, pin on the diagonal. It really helps.
It really helps.
Yeah, I can hear your
Don't
voice.
Say it for no reason.
Well,
there's a reason.
You know.
But I'm always open. I'm learning all the time. Everybody's learning all the time. And I always like to try new things. So, you know, it's worth having a play. If you've always learned to put your pins in a particular way, just try it. You might like it. So you never know.
Oh, breaking that pinning habit of a lifetime, Lucy Brennan.
No, using
So when
pins.
she does pin, she pins well.
Yes. There are times where pins are crucial. Yeah.
Oh, talking about new things, says producer Hannah. Oh, we've got a photograph of Barbara. From Barbara. Who was doing, oh, this is the fusion quilt. We didn't know what a fusion quilt was. So in our Kaffe Fassett hour, she said that she was doing a fusion quilt.
Oh.
We had no idea what it was. So happily, she's messaged back. Oh, look.
Wow.
So is that crocheted round it? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a fusion of techniques and different textures.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow. There you go, we've learnt something new today. Thank you. You see, we've learnt something new. Brilliant.
I love those edges.
If only I could crochet well. My crocheting's really bad.
That's really bad.
Really bad.
I've been taught a few times, it's just not right. So there are a couple of things that you can do here. You can pop the seam so that it lays flat. I'll just try and do that. And then you can spin your seams so they're going in different directions. So you're just pulling your seam back a little bit. And what that allows you to do is press so that all the seams, it's like spinning like a pinwheel, and then that central part will lay flat in the middle so that you've got less bulk there in the middle. Okay, so we do it that way. The other thing you could do is press that central seam that I've just done, press that open.
I'm going in.
Thank you.
I'm going to see if I can do that.
You can. I have faith in you.
Such confidence.
So then the next, so that's the central block done. and then, or piece, and then what I'll do is start working on the other smaller pieces. So where I've got 3 triangles, I'm gonna sew the 2 smaller ones together and then sew it to the big one. So I'm just putting these smaller pieces right sides together and then sewing it to the larger one.
And you've put them in the right way round, which is brilliant.
Yes, phew.
Mind you, at this point, if you hadn't, you could still swap them all around.
Yes, yeah.
It's when it gets a little bit later. Now, let's have a look at those 3 compass fabrics while Lucy sews some straight lines. Charcoal to start with. Is that because it's your favourite, producer Hannah? Now, less than 10 minutes of this left. So if you are after this, please be aware that we have fewer than 10 metres. Have I got that the wrong way round? Hang on, there's north. It's all back to front and upside down, isn't it, with me? I told you my sense of direction, not great. There you go. There we are. There. See that pernickety upstairs? Huh? Might be just how you're holding it. Oh, no, you see, now I've got to try and fold it. What have I done to that? Good grief. Right, next one. Do you want to have a look at the aqua next? Yes, my favourite. I want these as tiles. I don't know why.
They would make lovely tiles.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that colour. I love that colour. That aqua colour. Beautiful. Beautiful. It would look nice in a blind. But you see, producer Hannah, I have already got the Atlas curtains because I've already made those. So you see then, I could do those as cushions. Or lampshades. Oh, that would be nice. That would be very nice.
It would be nice with the darker one as well, because it would sort of glow through the light.
Yeah.
A bit, wouldn't it?
I'm imagining a sort of a mahogany office with some of these and leather chairs and things, or a weekend bag. Tell you what, if you've got any Tim Holtz, it's going to work beautifully with Tim Holtz fabric as well, isn't it?
It would.
It's got that sort of nostalgic feel to it. So Lucy, you never said best place you've ever been.
Okay, best place I've ever been. I've had to think about it.
Okay, time to consider.
One of my favourite places is Florence.
Oh, yes.
And one of my other favourite places is Boston.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Also New York, but Boston.
Okay.
My husband and I went to San Francisco, New York and Boston on our honeymoon. I love San Francisco too. I love a lot of places.
That's okay. You've got a lot of love.
I also really like Manchester.
Oh.
I'll just get that in there.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, there's lots of places. When I was, because when I was making this quilt, I've actually machine embroidered place names in that border. It's really difficult to see because I did it in a coordinating thread. But I have different.
Glasgow.
Yes, Glasgow.
Is your husband from Glasgow?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. I can't read all of these. You have to get in a bit closer.
Paris is in there.
Oh yeah, Paris.
Manchester's in there.
Oh, there's Manchester.
That's Manchester.
I found it. So yeah, I mean, you could do this. You could free motion.
Yes, you could quilt it. You could enlarge them. You know, enlarge the letters and quilt them onto the quilt, which would be nice as well.
Lots of options.
So I'm just sewing the smaller triangle pieces to the larger triangle.
And that's the easiest way to do these, isn't it? You're right, it's the only way really to do them.
Yeah. You can do like if you were doing lots of these blocks, you can do the half square triangles in the 4-in-1 method, or the 2-in-1 if you wanted to do that. But when I'm doing something like this, I like to do a block at a time.
Yes.
Just because otherwise I confuse myself.
No, I would be easily confused. So whilst you chain piece...
I'm easily confused.
Let's go and have a look at some other fabrics. Okay. So we've got brand new bundles for you. And these are These are brand new fabrics today. They're from the Titan range for Windham, so they sit beautifully with the Windham Meridian ones. And then, because we just said, you know what, Tim Holtz would work beautifully with that. We've got some beautiful Tim Holtz. Oh, look, it's freshly ironed and everything. These new bundles, Producer Hannah. Right, let's start over this side. I'll work my way across. So the blue one here, over half of the stock has already gone. So well done. Congratulations on managing to get that. So, do you know, it's just great to have in your stash. Wonderful blenders, lovely to have in your stash. And then just that smaller size print, incredibly useful to have. And all of these, you've got the same small print in each of these bundles. So you don't have to choose depending on print. It's just down to colour. So these are brand new today, very, very busy. $34.49, POGC 99. We are bringing you brand new fabrics this hour, brand new fabrics next hour. It's brand new fabrics galore, isn't it? Now the green bundle is what's next for you. And again, like I say, exactly the same prints. Half a metre of each, all 100% cotton, really handy to have. Now, check out on any of these bundles so that you're not missing out. You've seen how super busy today's show is. I don't want anyone missing out. Lovely. So that's your green. Actually, they're all really useful, aren't they? I don't quite know how I would choose. And then the cream bundle, the neutrals here, the creams. I think this is what's going to go with so many. Producer Hannah says if she had this in her stash, she would just always turn to it because it's going to go with so many, isn't it? It's, you know, it might not be the most exciting when you think, oh yes, I've just bought cream fabrics, but it's one of the most useful. That is your workhorse of a fabric bundle, that is, for $34.49. And saves you from just using the same old creams. You've got some interest, you've got some texture, you've got some depth. Lovely. Now, here we go. We've got a whole load of Tim Holtz fabric for you because it kind of fits in with the feel. So, what have we done, Producer Hannah? All of this in one bundle. Woo-wee! Now, this is everything that we have from the Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements. It goes quite well with the map theme, the colours that we've got from those bundles. So you will get a half a metre of each of these. Fabulous. Oh, this is your cigar box. Love the cigar box. You see, just imagine that with your creams. Lovely. This is one of my all-time favourite Tim Holtz's. And I got quite a lot of his stuff, I have to admit. I just love it, absolutely love it. This might do funny things to your eyes on the screen, so we won't dwell on that one for too long, but in real life it's lovely. I love this one because it's tailor-based, all about tailoring. So, and again, you know, it doesn't have to be, it's nice to have a variety of fabrics. They're not that florally. They do have a more masculine feel if you want to. And if you manage to get the map panel, it's going to mix through a treat. And then the last, but by no means least, in there, half a metre of your typography in there as well. And that's $51.99, but that is half a metre of your Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements collection. Half a metre of each of those. That's a big 3.5 metres in total there. Beautiful. So, I mean, if you're, like, for example, this one here, how beautifully does that go with the creams? You know, instantly. So the cream one, oh, camel, Titan camel, goes beautifully with this. So, you know, just look at all of these going absolutely brilliantly. Actually, yeah. Look at that one coming in with that, because you've got the gold that you can pick out with that one as well. Yeah. Lots of options. But then I really like this with the blue as well. Let me show you the, actually that's quite nice with the blue over there. And, actually, look. I come across to my blue bundle over here. Then you've got down here your cornflower bundle range. Doesn't that look nice with that? And actually, with that one as well in there with it. Actually, that one would also work nicely with the camel one. You can mix and match throughout these. It's all going to work an absolute treat. Brilliant. It's up to you. What a treat to be able to bring. This was not expected, by the way. The Tim Holtz was thrown in because we're like, wow, we know that some of you are disappointed because you missed out on the Atlas, so on the Meridian one. So we wanted to bring you something else to kind of make it up. But that kind of feel, because we felt it went in with these fabrics. So that's why I brought that for you today. If you love it, grab it. It's brilliant. It's a ½ meter of each of our Tim Holtz fabrics that we have by the ½ meter. So enjoy. Lucy, what you doing?
Well, I've just finished piecing the sections. So just before I started sewing the rows together, I just wanted to mention about pressing, because I know sometimes we just put these blocks together and we don't always get a chance to talk about it. So I told you how I press that section. When it comes to these ones that have the 2 triangles, you want to press towards the focus fabric. So when you sew your 2 smaller triangles together, sew away from the background fabric.
Right.
Okay. And then you sew it to the larger triangle and again press that way, going towards your focus fabric. The reason for that is, if I turn it over, it's going to be very hard to see on the camera, but it just means that these fabrics stand out slightly more and this recedes back because the seams are on this side,
it's going round in
these.
a step, isn't it? You know, there, up to there, up to there.
So that one's literally the background, and this one, these 2 are just slightly coming forward.
It's a very subtle.
It's very subtle
effect, but really worth doing. It's kind of the next step up, isn't it? I know I don't even really think about pressing that much, but actually now I'm learning to.
And it does make a difference, and it makes a difference in the overall visual impact of your quilt as well. And then again with the half square triangles, I've just pressed towards the focus fabric.
Because you see, I might have thought to have pressed the other way because that's a lighter one, so I'd be like, oh, press the dark side.
I'm ignoring that rule.
Okay, no, go for it.
So that this one lifts up. So that's how I've pressed. So I've done all of that, and then I've just trimmed off my doggies. So I just have a very small pile. So there's very little waste with this block and this method. So that's it. It's just the doggies that I've just trimmed off. So now I'm just going to sew the blocks together. So I chain piece. So I sew in a column, sewing these blocks together. So right sides together down this row. Stitching along here, and then I open it out and add these ones. So I'll just do that quickly.
You see, you're braver than I am already, because I wouldn't have turned them all over, because I would still need to know what side I'm adding my third one onto.
Everybody has a different method. You'll find your own way. You can use pins, you can leave it out and do it one by one, whatever's going to work.
I've had a lovely message from Bridget in Northamptonshire. Get this, Lucy. She says, Lucy, I loved Boston too. I'm going to make my map into a wall-hanging quilt in our home office. My husband will love it. And hopefully not tell me off.
Oh.
But darling, it was for you.
Yes, he can't. Yes. It would be beautiful.
You can't tell me off. It was for you. I was thinking of you. And I also have a photograph from Alison of the best place she's ever been. It's at the base camp. It is. It's the base camp at the base camp of Everest.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
How far up did you get? Is that as far as you go? Unless you're... I know it's a big old hike just to get to there.
That's amazing.
That is amazing, isn't it? Do you know, I wouldn't want to go any higher than that.
I can't.
I watched the film, I couldn't go any further.
Last time I went to Colorado, I got ill from the altitude, and I don't think that's anything like that, is it? So.
Hey, we've got some intrepid explorers out there.
Yeah.
Producer Hannah, where's your best place you've been? Because you're very well travelled. Oh, she doesn't know. Have a think.
It is hard. It's hard to pick a place.
Send me a postcard on it.
And sometimes
she loves New York. And she's going back.
I do like New York. I think it's not just the places you've been, it's who you went with, it's the memories you've made, isn't it?
Isn't that true? Yes.
Even if you're somewhere horrible, if you're with people you love, it's all good.
I mean, when I look back, I went when I was about must have been about 19, 20, maybe 19. My friend Anna and I decided one drunken night in the pub that we were going to go to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And
As you do.
this was, I mean, we're going back now, so that the internet was a very new concept. So we booked our very first night in a youth hostel in Cape Town. It cost us £5. And we had no idea how to get there. Or, you know, we booked our flights and then we were like, oh, how do we actually get to the airport to there? Do we have the address? And is it actually going to work? It was back in the day where you weren't sure if it had actually worked, if the booking, you know, if we did actually have somewhere to stay. And we only booked the first night. Tell you what, amazing time. Yeah. Absolutely. And this was at the bottom of Table Mountain.
Oh, that's amazing.
I would have paid 10 times the amount to stay. Just, you know, absolutely stunning. Yeah. It cost us £5. It was amazing.
So that's the column sewn together. Sorry, just quickly. That's the column sewn together, and then I'm just going to put the rows together.
At home, you'd press, wouldn't you?
Yes, you'd be pressing, and you would be pinning because there are lots of points. But you know, I don't have time for that.
There's no time for that.
I am going to pin these just because. But you'd try, you know, pin all of your sections as you're going along because there is lots of points to match up. I'm just slightly rogue when I sew. So.
Lucy, we've got 3 minutes. So
okay, I get it.
There is time. You're
I'll
all right.
get it. Okay.
You know, though, I think I'm really lucky because I've lived in some beautiful just parts of this country. Like you say, you love Manchester. I lived in Cornwall, right in the middle of Bodmin Moor for a few years, and that was stunning because the landscape just
amazing
changed.
Yeah.
Just, you know, every season just looked completely different. We had wild horses at the end of our garden. It was just incredible. So sometimes you've got to go a long way, haven't you, to actually find something better than where you live.
Yes. Where I live is very grey.
But you love it anyway.
I love it anyway. Now, I have just done something a little bit wrong, and I will just point that out.
Come on then.
When you're sewing the rows together with this block, obviously this central, in fact, if I open that out, you'll see. So this central block here has the most seams.
Yeah.
So what I would do is, I should have done, is press this row with these seams going outwards, and I would have these ones going in. So these top two, I would have going in, and this one going out, so that you're just helping to reduce the bulk in the corner where you've got more of those seams. Okay?
To be honest, with something like this, where you're after that visual effect,
yes.
If that's the worst that goes wrong on it,
yeah,
I'm really pleased.
Then you've done well. You've done well.
No, well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that, you know, I think when you start quilting, you don't think about pressing as much, maybe. Yeah. But actually, the more you do, the more you realise the way that you press things actually helps your piecing.
It can really help, especially with points as well.
Yes, it can definitely help improve your accuracy.
We've got a minute, Lucy. And Carol in Suffolk says, just noticed the clever knack of sewing each piece to ensure they match. Yeah, she's not daft, Lucy, is she, Carol? You can visually see it.
Yes.
Now, producer Hannah says that's why you can watch back any of our shows on YouTube. So if you want to see these little knacks, or you just can't quite remember, oh yeah, no, Lucy did something amazing, not that show. Every show, every show. Then do what I would say to you is make a note of today's date, and then you can always go onto YouTube. All of our shows go onto YouTube and are stored there. We broadcast live onto Freeview, onto Sky, onto YouTube, all at the same time. They stay up on YouTube. So just put in today's date and sewing quarter, and it will come up on YouTube, and you can then get this tutorial all over again. Because lots of you new to us, you won't know that.
No, and it's very easy. YouTube's really easy to use if you haven't been on, and you can pause and rewind and all that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So that's really nice if you're looking at how I've pieced something, that you can just, really get up close and see it.
Here is your block.
Unpressed, but nevertheless.
Looks impressive to me, Lucy. Thank you very much. I will see you later.
Thanks,
or maybe I won't. Are you off?
I'm off, yeah.
Okay, all right. Safe journeys. Right, let me recap everything that I can for you. Oh my gosh, it's been a busy hour. Right, let's start with, obviously the panel went, and I'm very sorry. We will try and get you that back as soon as we can. Right, here we go. More of you have this in your basket than we have available, so please check out your basket if you have that in. We only have 4 meters left, so if you are one of those people with it in your basket, you need to check out now. Right, there we go. The compasses, let's start with the charcoal compass, which is the most popular compass. Now you've got me paranoid, I'm trying to spin it around so I get north in the right place. Over half of the stock of this gone already. It's just a lovely one to have in your stash, actually. That's $6.99. Yeah, I think anybody that travels is going to absolutely love that. And then, here you go, this is it in the aqua. Have I got a... Oh, no, I have got it right there. See, attention to detail. $6.99 per half a metre on this, and that's XQRW30. And then, what do they call this one? Is this called camel? Cream. Oh, it's the other one that's camel, isn't it? In the bundle, yeah. Which, you know, goes with our world theme. So graphics a little bit slow today. They've given up. They've gone, you've sold most of this. Don't worry about it. $6.99. It's like nice of them to, give up at this stage. Excellent. Computer says no. Now, brand new fabrics today as well. Wow. And next hour as well, brand new fabrics as well. So let's go cornflower. These are your cornflowers. And again, half a metre of each of these. So a 2.5 metre bundle. And you've got some lovely different blenders, mixers. Now, less than 20 of these bundles left. None of these have a solid colour. They've all got that nice textural feeling to them, and each have the same patterns in each of these. Now, this is the green, less than 20 of the green as well. There we go, less than 20 of these, so please check out your baskets. We tried to bring you a lot of these. Don't miss out on them. Right, next one is your camel. Here we go, this is your camel over here. There you go. It doesn't look like a camel. It's camel coloured. Or caramel coloured. $34.49. You are going to end up using this so much. This will be a go-to fabric. Definitely, definitely. We've already seen how well the Tim Holtz goes with it. Now let me show you the Tim Holtz. We are giving you half a metre of each of these fabrics in this bundle, which is amazing. And we just put this together for you so that you know, anybody that missed out could still get fabulous fabrics. So $51.99. This is the whole bundle. And that is a 3.5 metre bundle there, all from the Eclectic Elements Collection bundle. So it feels like it fits. Feels like it fits. So in complete contrast, what have we got? Oh, the Tilda Lemon Tree coming up. So, you know, it's one extreme to the other, isn't there? Because this is just a little sneaky peek. But look, beautiful. We've had emails and emails about when this is coming. Well, in about 3 minutes' time. Stay tuned, I've got the whole lot.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy to follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
Love Patchwork and Quilting is the best-selling modern quilting magazine that shares your passion for fabric. We publish 13 times a year
featuring must-make projects. Essential techniques, interviews, news and reviews from the world of modern quilting. Every issue also comes with a free gift.
Join Sewing Quarter at the Sewing for Pleasure show this March. From Thursday the 15th to Sunday the 18th, the NEC in Birmingham is transformed into fabric heaven, where you can enjoy sewing, quilting, patchwork and dressmaking with the experts. Find the Sewing Quarter team on stand H06. And with the chance to meet our guest designers as well as presenters Natasha and me, John, we'll have live demonstrations for you to enjoy, plus special show prices on exciting product. Snap up your tickets and bring a friend for free with our 2-for-1 ticket code exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Quote the code EV26 at www.sewingshow.co.uk and you can get 2-for-1 prices on adults and seniors for 1, 2 and 3 day tickets.
Oh yes, it's here. Super excited for this hour. This hour we launched the brand new Tilda Lemon Tree range. This has been inspired by those hot mornings, you know, when you have to sit under a tree because already it's too warm, and you know, the days where you put your washing out on the washing line and it dries instantly, and it's all those beautiful florals, and you know, you can eat outside, a bit of alfresco dining. It's that feel. It might happen again this year, you never know. But if not, then let's fill our home with that nostalgia. Now, Tilda is a wonderful design. It's the brainchild of a lady called Tuna Fanange, spelt Tony, but it's not, it's Tuna Fanange. And she is incredible with colour. Her designs are exquisite. She will always bring you different colourways that will blend in throughout all of her different things that she brings out. So she's been bringing us textiles for quite some time now. But you can mix with confidence this collection with earlier collections, and that is the absolute beauty of it. Now, I first fell in love with Tilda a couple of years ago. I had to start using it first before I fell in love with it. I could see that it was a pretty print, but when I started to actually use it, firstly, the quality is exquisite. It's soft, it's lovely to use. And then secondly, the fact that actually I wasn't just earmarked to just use one collection. I'm midway through a quilt where I've just got charm packs of each collection. I'm just working my way through it in a colourway that I've chosen. So I went with the greens for this particular one. I'm not normally a green person, but the soft green of this, it is beautiful. It's nostalgic, it's pretty, it's shabby chic, but this one brings in a zesty new feel. So what she'll do is a beautiful large print that can be the centerpiece of something, and the more you look at it, the more you can see. And then she'll bring in things that work alongside. Tonally, you can get the whole collection and it will be stunning. We have been talking about this coming in for quite some time, and in fact the show was even switched around so that I could bring it to you, because I had to change my days because of half term and stuff. So actually so thrilled that I still got to do this show, else I would have been weeping. On a weekly basis, since Christmas, producer Hannah has had, on a daily basis, when is the new Tilda range coming in? Today, now, this very second. I know that some of you are just collectors, and I know that some of you will just, any Tilda, you will just collect and you will have the whole shebang, and you will just want the whole lot. Lots of you have been pre-ordering this elsewhere. We don't offer that. We just say, look, we've got it. Do you want it? Here it is. So you do need to be there now. Like we had last hour, you had to be there quick. Now, if you want the whole bundle, so that is going to be 1/2 meter of 20 different fabrics, then here it is. This is what it's looking like. So that's 2 fat quarters of each of these fabrics. You know, don't get me wrong, I love a fat quarter, but you are then limited. And then sometimes you don't use that fat quarter because it's the only fat quarter that you've got of that one. Whereas this is the equivalent of having, hang on, 10 meters, that's 40 fat quarters, isn't it? That is our only mega bundle. So that's it. That's already going in your baskets. Well done, check out. That is everything. So if you need everything, and if this goes really well today, I doubt we'll ever be able to offer this again like this, because, you know, there'll be one that is sold out individually and we wouldn't be able to bring. So if today you want the whole bundle, and I've seen the books that are coming to go with this range, and believe you me, you want it all so that you can be making some of the most beautiful quilts and things. And then you see you've got the gorgeous cushions that just give you a little flavour of it. Very, very fresh, very beautiful. Should we take a closer look? Because I feel we've teased you enough already. Now, maybe this is the first time that you've heard of Tilda. Hey, we've all got to find her some way. But now this is your new boogie flower. There are 4 different colours. So these are my new boogie colours. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got red, I've got blue, I've got green, and I've got dove. Okay, so these are the boogie flowers. I mean, again, you can see already, even if you just were playing with those. So then what you'll see throughout is it's the same pattern, different colorway, beautiful to use. You've got your teals in here with the greens, different greens, but then you've got the red from there, the teal is picked out from there, the teal from there, and then you've got your blue, lovely. So let's start off with the red by itself. Here we go. That is your red. So ½ a meter would be half of that, which isn't how it's folded when it's ironed, so it will look a bit creased, but there you go. That would be a ½ a meter coming to you. So if you've gone for the big bundle, you've got a ½ a meter of each of those. Isn't it gorgeous? You do want your summer garden to look like that. Can you imagine a little one's dress out of that? Cushions out of that, just home decor out of that. It is beautiful, really beautiful. Delicate, delicate flowers in there, lovely for fussy cutting. Think of that with your smaller options as well. So what she'll bring us is big prints, little prints, and there we go. I'll get Chris in to do some folding for me in a minute. Now let's go with the green one next, blue one next. Now, here we go. I won't open these all out all the way so that we can get through these, because you want to see them, I know you do. Yeah, look at this. It feels a little bit retro actually for Tilda, which is unusual. I like. Now Tilda as a company has a Jennifer Taylor dress. Yes. Tilda as a company has only recently started to print their own fabrics as well. So then they're doing it all in-house, which is lovely. So Chris is just coming. Chris, I'm going to hand you these so that you can have a little refold, because I don't have time for that. I've got beautiful new fabrics to show everyone. Here's your green. This feels more retro, doesn't it? Isn't that great? I love that you managed to mix the teal. So if you have any of our other collections that has a teal in it, you can mix that through. Teal and green normally so difficult to mix together, but here done perfectly. Lovely. Fresh, a little bit retro, but the detail. You can only get that detail if you've got a good base fabric. We call it the substrate, but you can only get that detail of print if you have, like I say, a good quality base fabric, which is what we've got here. This is producer Hannah's favourite. You've got a kind of ochre in there, haven't you? Lovely. And that teal. Producer Hannah, I could see you with a little headscarf thing of that. Yeah. Fabulous. So that's dove. We will come back to these, but I've got 20 here to get through. Now you see these are my, oh yes. This is the hummingbirds. Okay. So let me show you the different colorways as well. So here we go. We've got, again, 4 different colorways. So this one down here, these are just the colors. This is the spectrum of the colors. And then we'll start with plum. And then we'll go, okay. So the plum is here. The hummingbird is in there. This is beautiful. Imagine fussy cutting these out. No, this is Tilda does do beautiful florals, and I love that she's now involved birds as well. So she's had in her collections, you'll have seen sort of little bouquet selections like this in her other selections, not with the plum background. That's sort of a new addition to the colorways, but gorgeous. And I think the hummingbird in there, exquisite, absolutely exquisite, hovering away there. Really lovely. Beautiful. I love how she brings in the do we have a songbird in one of them? There was, wasn't there? Now, which colour? Oh, the coral. Again, this is quite a fresh colour, an unusual colour, but the coral with the teal, beautiful. And that will work through with your ginger as well, that you often get. But this is your coral. Is that a hydrangea in there as well? Really, really stunning. $7.99 per half a metre, worth every penny. That's the equivalent of 2 fat quarters. Now then, the next one is the blue one. Oh, yes. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is, it's the first time I've actually managed to get my hands properly on these. Please check out your baskets, by the way. That's coming from producer Hannah. So lots of you are already checking out on that. You haven't even seen it yet, but go for it. You know, that is the sort of dedicated following that Tilda brings, because you know the quality. Once you know the quality and you know that you love your Tilda, that is exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my word. Yes, yes, and yes again. And it goes to my top as well. Happy days. Pretty, hey? Super pretty. Right, the next one that I've got for you. Oh, now this is unashamedly pretty, isn't it? Oh, is this what you'd like in your bedroom, producer Hannah? Yeah, because then you could pick out that green as well. Look at this. Oh, you're going to love it. Look. A kimono in that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Cushions. It does have a bedroom feel, actually. A boudoir, yes, producer Hannah, a boudoir feel. And yet you mix that through with the slightly retro feel that we had with the last fabrics. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, yes. A bolster cushion would be amazing, yes, producer Hannah. It is a grown-up fabric, but it's unashamedly pretty. Gorgeous. So something for everyone, I think, in this range. And also, when you're quilting, that's kind of what you want as well, isn't it? You want to have that range of prints. You want to have a beautiful, large print like that is going to be absolutely exquisite. You also want to have different colorways that work and just go gorgeously. Ah, yes. 4 of the next lemonades coming up. So this one gives us a truly wonderful pattern. So these are the next ones in your colorways. And you've actually got your little lemons in this, so that's why it's the lemon tree. It produces a lovely pattern. You know, it's what I call the bathroom curtain test. So there it is on the cushion there. So from far away, it is a beautiful pattern. Let me show you. From far away, it's a beautiful pattern, and then when you get in close, it doesn't disappoint. It just is gorgeous all through. Isn't that lovely? So the ginger is a very popular colour. And you've got in there, you've got your teals as well. Yeah, you've got little birds sitting on the lemons in the lemon tree. And that's $7.99, QVGQ 54. And I just love the movement and the patterning through there. But it's a really soft pattern, isn't it? Lovely. Lovely. And that will go with your previous collections that's got that ginger in there as well. Very lovely. Now, the next one, Producer Hannah, was which colour? I'm going blue. I love this blue. Oh, Producer Hannah, is this why you kept saying last hour that blue, the cornflower blue collection would go with this Tilda? Yeah. Here it is. So here you pull through your pinks. It's almost like a blush colour in that as well. We'll have a play with these, by the way, as to which ones, you know. Obviously, the dream is the whole shebang, isn't it? That's the dream. Now then, the next one is your green. And just, yeah, no, it's got like the raspberry colour, not the raspberry, the plum colour coming through, which is lovely. You've got the raspberry, you've got the, let me go through every fruit. You've got the plum, but you've also got that coral. That was an unusual one, which we had the hummingbird in a moment ago. I like that a lot. I really do. And then the next one that we've got, so this is the last one of the lemon trees. Here. That's a different feel, isn't it? Just by switching up the colours. Now, so you imagine that English paper pieced. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? So $7.99 per half a metre. This is your lemonade yellow, CSGQ 98. Lots of you popping these in your baskets. Please check out. Lots of you have already checked out. You've seen today's shows. You're not missing out at all. Now, every collection, Tilda will bring us a little ditzy. Perfect. It's exactly what we want. Whether we're using it as a contrast or a lining, or just because in quilting we just want that. Then these are your flower fields. I've got 3 of these for you. And here they are. I do love a Tilda ditzy, not going to lie. Now, this is your red one here. There it is, in our patchwork cushion. So it draws you in. So you've got those larger prints that you can see from afar, and then this really draws you in. Lots of you saying that you love, love, love Tilda. I'm with you. I'm so with you. I salute you and I'm with you all the way. Lucy's emailed in. Where's she in? Ah, she says, yippee! Waited for Tilda for so long. She's super excited. You and me both. You and me both. Oh, yes. Do you want to see the blue one? Loving this blue one. There are just, do you know what the trouble is? If I go quiet, it's only because I'm thinking of all the ways I want to use these. We'll show a little bit of inspiration in a minute, but just exquisite. Linda's emailed in. Good morning, Linda. Morning, Natasha. Oh, okay. So she said, I've got to try and remember all of this. She said she could never understand why I raved about Tilda. That's okay. Until she asked her friend to make, was it a tote bag, did you say? A tote bag. And she made it for her out of Tilda fabrics. And now she's addicted. It just takes one. It just takes one bit of fabric. And she's making a quilt out of it. Yes. That is the other thing, Producer Hannah. Yeah, you're so right. So when you feel the quality, because you can get ditzies all over the place, but you can't get ditzies like this, because the only reason that you can get that beautiful detailing in that, I mean, look how detailed that is because the base cloth, the substrate, is such a good quality.
And that's the only reason. And also, you can intermingle all of these. But no, you won't. You won't appreciate Tilda totally until you try it. I can promise you that. You just won't, because you can't. And also, you know, I've ended up collecting older ranges as well, and I'm so excited to use them. Always so excited to use them. So if this is your, if this is your first time, get a 1/2 meter, make a makeup bag. Something like that. Easy, easy. In fact, no, get one of her books and make, she's got a lovely makeup bag in some of her books. Beautiful. Now, okay, these are super special. Do you remember the circus range where you had the elephant holding a teapot with a ballerina on top and squirrels and girls in swinging from the tree? Oh, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? On a swing in the trees. It just was stunning, and she did that gorgeous print, but the print from afar had a lovely flow to it as well. Well, she's done it again. Tuna Fanange has done it again with this beautiful lemon tree. Now, I've got it in these colours. The yellow one is in straight away, so you can go for that one straight away. These are the colours that I've got. Let's take a closer look. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, I'm going to have to look at this upside down and see what I can see in it upside down. I'm going to open this out fully. And let's see how. Okay, so from a distance, let me hold that up. From a distance, yeah, we've got some interesting designs in there. There's obviously a tree going on in there. It's not just any old tree, though, because the tree is planted in the most exquisite pot. So let's start, should we start over here? Here we go. So the pot at the bottom of the tree here. Here we go. We're trying to find my finger. So it is like a dynasty vase, isn't it? So you've got an exquisite, and this is it, look at the detailing just in there. So you've got an oriental feel through there. So already, I mean, you could just use that a little bit. Look, you've got a little ballerina down there. But as we work our way through, so if you are using this to mix through with the circus range, then let's go up, and let's go across. And, you know, you've got a random chair and a little girl running to the chair. Look, she's running away from an old witch. There's a camel. Hang on. Hang on. And there's a what's that? Is that a little rabbit? And then down here you've got someone swinging in the tree. It's every fairy tale, and a chandelier and someone swinging from the trees. And you've got lemons, by the way, in your lemon trees. And where's that camel gone? There. Look at the camel. Clearly there, you know, should be a camel in every lemon tree. And then look, is that someone playing the piano? Come up. We've got to. If you quilt with it, this is just going to be one of those beautiful things that I would almost have this as a central panel. I'd almost use this like a panel. Where's the bear? There's the bear. He's got a crown on his head. Hang on, what's up here? What's that? Oh, that's a big, beautiful dress. Is there a girl reaching for a cat somewhere? Oh, there. Over there. There's a little girl reaching for a cat who's reaching for a lemon. Oh, look, there's another elephant. Hang on. This is a nightmare for you camera people, but we're having a lovely time. Look at the elephant. So you can work this through with your... There's a what with a squirrel? Where are you seeing a Pied Piper below the elephant? Down here? There's the Pied Piper with the squirrel behind him. It is... I wonder if these are her dreams. Oh, look, there's a teapot up there. There, I'm up here, sorry, I'm missing around all over the place. You've got bird cages, you've got someone having tea over here. Some tea, bird cage. Wait, hang on, where's that? Oh, there's a deer up there. A nice hammock. We will have a look. Oh, hang on, there's a unicycle. I might just have to get just a half a metre of this, just so that I can use all those little bits of my English paper piecing project that I've got at the moment. Have you got it yet?
It's like a curiosity shop, isn't it? It is the most bizarre fabric, and I absolutely adore it because I see something different in it. I made a little makeup bag out of the circus one. I loved the circus print. Give it as a gift, someone will see something different in it. Beautiful for children, but actually adults. Look how excited we've got about it. Can I find the elephant? Oh yeah. Not where's Wally, where's the elephant? You've got camels, elephants. It's the most magical tree I think I've ever seen. You know when you lie on the grass on a hot day and you look up at the sky and you see things in the clouds? It's a little bit like that, isn't it? Just seeing the most bizarre things. Oh, Wendy. Hi, Tash. Would you measure, would the measurements be to the centre of the tree, please? What would the measurements be? Do you mean the pattern repeats, my love? Let me give you a pattern repeat. Do you want it in it? Oh, I'll do it in inches and centimetres. So from there up to there, it's just under 12 inches. From that point to that point. From the where the trunk goes in, from the base of the tree up to the next base of the tree is 12 inches. That is 30 centimetres. So you've got under a ½ metre pattern repeat there. You could put the tree in the centre. Do you want to see how wide that tree is as well? I'll go from the unicycle wheel across to the next unicycle wheel. That's 15, just over 15 inches from unicycle wheel to unicycle wheel going across, Wendy, and 38 centimetres, 38.5 centimetres, sorry, going from unicycle wheel to unicycle wheel. Penny farthing, sorry, not unicycle, get me, it's got 2 wheels. So there we go, I hope that helps. And that's it in the plum. Exquisite. There it is. Oh, you need to check out on any of these because they are going. Is that all right, Wendy? Glad I could help. Well, it is, isn't it? Because if you are, you know, buying it for that pattern repeat and it had a pattern repeat that was bigger than 50 centimetres, then you'd have to buy a metre. And now you can buy a ½ metre, but quite frankly, you're going to love it. Get at least a metre. And here it is in the blue. Always incredibly popular is our blue. And it's amazing, actually, because you can, I think with the blues and the plum, you can almost see the pattern just a little bit better. It is a magical tree, isn't it? It's like a magical dream tree. Oh, hey, there's a heron or something in a nest, and chickens and cockerels, and a giraffe. Where did the giraffe come in? She must have some weird dreams. Is that Mary Poppins floating in? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. How can anyone cram in so much into one piece of fabric? Oh, love it. Half of the blues already in your baskets, ready to be checked out. Well done. Please check out your baskets. Don't miss out on this. Oh my word. I've got 2 more fabrics for you, and then I'll show you some things that we've made with it, and then we'll have a little mix match. Oh, we've got some photos from Tilda as well. Oh, don't forget the buttons as well. Got everything. Now, here we go. These are the last 2. This is a little unusual, I think, for Tilda. This is your mosaic. A little bit of geometric from Tilda. Nice. So this is your green. Now that's it used in the cushion. And there it is from afar and then close in. 100% cotton, all of this, Tilda. Beautiful, $7.99. Producer Hannah, is this 44 inches salvage or 42? I think it's 44, but I will just double check that. That's your green. It's green and teal and cream. So a perfect blender. Absolutely perfect blender, especially if you're working across the ranges with Tilda. Got to have that one. Definitely got to have the mosaic. Then, oh, look at this. This is very pretty. This is another one that's going to mix. Again, across the ranges, Tilda uses a really rich sort of raspberry pink and a lighter one. And in here, you've got all of that. And actually, because I don't know how close we can get in here, this is actually a cream here, but it looks like it's got a slight blush to it because it's got those tiny, tiny mosaics on it in the pink. So it looks like the lightest of pinks. It's not, it's actually cream, but you've just got tiny, tiny mosaic in there. So just a beautiful blender to have. Work this through, so maybe, you know, you've got some of the classic Tilda, and then you want to put it with that kind of new retro that's in this collection, maybe blend it through using this. $7.99, that's your Tilda mosaics. Beautiful. We're going to see some photos, some inspirations for you. So when you've got your fabric, maybe you went for the big bundle, well done if you did. Please check out your baskets as well if you did of that. Here's a few little ideas as to what you can be doing. Really cheer up your home. And here we go. So I mean, rag baskets, I love. All of the fabrics. I just want to go to Tilda World. Look at that. And actually, those fruit pin cushions, brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that quilt. We will have this book. We will have this book soon, I think. Oh, hello, that's our wall. That's not for sale. But I don't know if you noticed in the background of that last picture, she actually had a wallpaper of the lemon tree. Shall I show the buttons? Can I see buttons? Oh, mega bundle first. I'm very excited about the buttons, don't know why. Now, if you want all of those fabrics, then over half of this stock has already gone. Well done on getting this. You will have everything, and I promise we will do lots of shows to give you lots of inspiration as to how you can use that. And I know we have got her new book coming soon as well, which has those images in that you've seen and ways in which to make it. There's some beautiful homeware in there, there's some beautiful quilts in there. And so if you've got the fabric, if you've managed to get the fabric in time, you will be good to go. I don't know if we'll be able to offer this as a mega bundle again, like I say, because we're selling it by the half metre. If one of them sells out individually, then we can't ever bring you this mega bundle. Let's pick out the blues. So blues are the most fabulous today. Fabulous today? Are the most popular today because they're rather fabulous. Here we go. You can already see a quilt coming together, can't you, with it? Look at that. That way around. So these are your blues. So let's start off up here. This is your boogie flower. It has got that retro vibe, a little bit unusual for Tilda, I think. But I'm enjoying that. So that you've got, and again, you can see throughout these, you've got that teal, you've got that lighter blue in there, and that's picked out across the other fabric ranges. So the blue's incredibly popular. The next one is, of course, the hummingbird. Please check out, if you have any of the blues in your basket, please check out the hummingbird. Over half has already been checked out by the half metre. Love it. That just needs fussy cutting, doesn't it? It's just crying out for some fussy cutting. Or like a beautiful bag where you can really get to see that, or eau coat it so that you can use it into a makeup bag or a wash bag or something so you can really appreciate that stunning Stunning colourway. Then we've got our ditzy, which you can see there I've kind of used as a blender around there. So it gives you the different scales. You've got your larger prints here and here. Then this, well, you've got your biggest. Actually, these become medium sized, don't they, when you look at your lemon tree? And so then this is your ditzy, which unashamedly pulls those together. And then over here, you've got your lemon tree with your birds in. Let me spin that round. This one's incredibly popular. Oh, I'm not surprised. It's just got a lovely flow to it. It's got a lovely pattern to it. And then you've got your little birds and the detailing. So you've got, it's kind of a blushy, corally colour, the birds. And then you've got your pinks and those lighter blues. And I love that you've got it on this lighter blue as well. So you can get an idea of what a patchwork is going to look like together. Oh, exquisite. And again, unless you've worked with Tilda, you'll be thinking, she's gone mad. Why is she getting so excited about this fabric? Because I know what it brings to a project. I know the quality of it. I know that I can mix this through with my previous collections of Tilda, and it just refreshes the previous ones. And you know, you can mix the different colorways because she's so clever with her color. She'll mix teals in with greens so that they mix through with the pinks and they mix through with the blues. So you can mix all of them together and it'd be absolutely exquisite. That is how she works. It's very, very clever. The more Tilda that you have in your stash, the more you have to play with. It's not a matter of, oh, well, I've only got that collection that only works with that. It all works across the board. Stunning. This is your lemon tree. Please check out your baskets for your lemon tree. It is a crazy old tree, but incredibly mystical. Do you know what? Imagine sitting there with your little ones and you could make up stories as to how those people got to be in the trees. It is a good bedtime quilt. Yeah. You'd have some interesting old dreams, wouldn't you, with that? Love it. How did a camel get in a tree? Please check out on those. Please check out. We've only got less than 10 meters of that blue lemon tree. Please check out. Let's have a look at the other lemon tree ones then, because they are going crazy, crazy, crazy. We don't want you to miss out because that would be super sad. Lemon tree in yellow first. There we go. There it is, used with one of the blues. Blue and yellow, always a winning combination. There's a richness actually to this. It's more of a golden, I would have said. It would be the most amazing summer picnic, wouldn't it? She's had a... Imagine making a big picnic blanket out of all of these. I've just seen someone, is someone doing a handstand on another one? Yeah, I've been at the beach all day, or just, you know, you just sort of lazily doze off. Do you find that you have the most weird dreams when you just doze off in the sun? The most weird, vivid dreams. And this would help. This would help give you some crazy dreams. Yeah, cushions for the car. Just you would have crazy dreams with this, but crazy brilliant dreams. Oh, but Hannah, I dreamt that our boss Hayley was playing fetch with a squirrel the other night. I mean, you know, if that's not bizarre, maybe that will feature in another Tilda fabric. Playing fetch with a squirrel. I don't know. How do your minds work? Oh no, there's a squirrel following the Pied Piper, isn't there? And the ballerina as well that we had in the circus. So again, you can see how this ties in. If you've got the circus range, then you can tie this through. It's whimsical in the most delightful possible way. Stunning. Stunning. So, you know, dreamy, dreamy fabrics. There's that. Now that's used there with the boogie flower. Doesn't that look lovely? So that different scale of print really, really working. This is driving me mad. Can I turn this round, please, so that it's the right way up? I've been looking at those upside down all hour. But then you get, oh, isn't that lovely? So you can see how all of those colours working together. I was sceptical about that coral, but look how beautifully that works in the coral hummingbird. I really love that. Now, the mega bundle, a stock warning on the mega bundle. Please check out. We are now in the teens for this. We tried to bring you as many as we could. We are now in the teens. So if you've got that in your basket, 1/2 metre of each of those. So it's basically 40 fat quarters in there. Whoa, says producer Hannah, you put it like that. Whoa, I know. I mean, you think with Cave, we thought you'd bring, like, we had 33 fat quarters in there. That is the equivalent of 40 fat quarters in that. When you put it like that, that's a lot of fabric, 10 metres. Nice. Do you want to go hummingbird? Yeah, it is very, yeah, it is. The two work together. One is a little bit more grown up and one is a little bit more playful. So let's have a look at the different colours we have for that. We've seen the blue. Can we go, I want to go coral on this because the coral colour, the background coral colour on this is not actually one that you see too often. But what you do see regularly with you, Tilda, is this lovely tealy aquary colour. So all of those colours that you have in your collection, that's where it's going. But you see, she's also cleverly picked out a pink as well, so you can mix it through. I'm enjoying this a huge amount. And because she's very clever with the tones that she uses, you can put, for example, the red next to it and it doesn't look out of place. So you can put the red boogie next to it and that's okay. That works too. So she's very clever about tonally where she goes with these things. But this is stunning. This is really stunning. But then you get a very romantic feel with the dove-coloured one. Yeah, romantic, I think, is where I'm going with this one. It's almost watercolory, isn't it, in its design? Very feminine. Very, very feminine. We couldn't have had more of a contrast, could we, from the Tim Holtz in the earlier hour to this? But hey, that's what we do for you here at Second Quarter. Bring you everything. We bring you the world, literally. Now, do you want to look at the blue one again or not yet? Oh, very quick. Okay. Producer Hannah's a little bit worried about stock on the blue. So if you do have the blue in your basket, please check out your blue. Okay, we've got less than 10 metres of this left. So again, please check out. I mean, that's what I mean by if you're going for the mega bundle, go for it today. Because say this sells out by itself, then we can't bring you a mega bundle again because we don't have this to put in the mega bundle. So that's why the mega bundles are always a bit, you know, if you can go for it, go for it. So that's $7.99. Exquisite. And then in the plum with the green. Yeah. Hey, producer Hannah, you know last week we were saying how well purple and green goes. I think she was listening. There it is. Doesn't that, just by having the greeny blue in there, you've suddenly got a very delicate white flower, like a white climbing rose almost, haven't you? Whereas the other ones have got pink tones and this, that and the other in it, but here suddenly it's so delicately white that it's blue. Do you know what I mean? You know, that sort of fresh white. Really stunning, and those hummingbirds, just beautiful. So $7.99, OTGQ 42. Please check out your baskets. So just to show you that, you know, look at the difference in the, if you look at the difference in the colour of those flowers, They are all the same price, just decide which colour you want. But you can see there, just all the different colours. Beautiful. Buttons. Buttons, 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 buttons. She does have Tilda does have a lovely little accessories range, which are really, and if you're into making any of the Tilda toys or anything like that, the buttons are a lovely little add-on. Maybe bag making, or maybe, in fact, at the Great British Sewing Bee Live event, I saw someone in a beautiful, like, she'd made her dress entirely out of Tilda fabric. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They were a nice little gift, a lovely little gift, $4.99. That's for your pack of 6, and that's got the boogie flower in there. Mother's Day, yeah. And now maybe you want some smaller ones, especially if you're making like little dresses and things out of these, little ones' clothing. Then these little buttons are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, yes, a little dress for a wedding for a little one. Not that they, you know, like a bridesmaid's dress or something. Beautiful. Or even if you're just making a clutch bag to go, you know, to accompany something. $4.99. We don't have huge amounts of buttons. We're not normally able to bring you many buttons. So if you're after them, grab them today. They're just $4.99. QGGQ03. Beautiful. And so, actually, do you want to see the difference in the sizes? That might help you, mightn't it? There you go. Oh, your mum would like these. I quite like quilts with buttons in them as well. A little bit of interest. Or where my points haven't matched. Cushions with buttons on, I like that too. So the pack of 9 is what's on your screen at there, and the 6 is down the bottom there. So that's your boogie, and that's your ditzy one. Pretty, hey? Do you want to see the tote bag? Oh, they're the monkeys swinging from. Hey, monkey, you little cheeky thing. He's always hanging about. So we made this up. First thing that our lovely lady who emailed in earlier said that she fell in love with Tilda was when her friend made her a tote bag. I must have about 5 different tote bags that I take to the market with me to get my fruit and veg. And they're all Tilda. Every single one is Tilda. I just unashamedly put in. And the guys at the market, at the veg store, they always say, "Are you sure you want me to put yes?" Yes, it's fine, it washes, it's fine. Do you want to see inside? There's a little pocket. It's all lined. So you've got the contrasting pocket. So these are your 2 fabrics. The boogie flower is the large one. And the flower field is the ditzy. Works a treat, doesn't it? And they're just in your reds. Beautiful. But you could have mixed that through. I mean, imagine that. Done in that. That's your hummingbird in your coral. We have Tilda cushions, quilts, everything in our house. Oh, I've got a photograph from Emily, actually, if we talk about quilts, who says that she loves Tilda fabric. Good on you, girl. She loved the designs, the qualities, the colours. Oh, look, and so does her cat. So mixed through with some of her stash. So there, that's it, working beautifully in a quilt. That's a stunning quilt. Well done, you. And who's the little chap? Who's the little chap on the quilt? Who's that? Lovely. Now, pick a mix. Pick a mix. Where would I go? What would I do if I was starting from scratch? I'm going to pick out the green because I think sometimes people shy away from greens. Or if I just put them in their colourways, actually, just so that people can see. Green lemonade, yes. So you've got your lemonade, boogie, and mosaic. So on your screen, you've got the lemonade, which is there, that's there. And your boogie flower, love that boogie flower, is down the bottom there. So those are your two main graphics at the moment. And you can see how all these colours just start to weave in and out. This is such a fabulous blender. This is your mosaic. So that's your mosaic in green. But you see, if I wanted to then, I could take out my boogie. Boogie's coming out, Producer Hannah. Coral hummingbird, controversially, coming in. Because I've then got my corally colour down there, pulled out from there. I've got this, which would blend the two together, if I wanted. So my hummingbird coral is down the bottom there. But this is how versatile it is. What if I swap that out for the plum? Oh yeah, no, I prefer that one. Yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous, isn't it, with that? Plum's now going across the bottom. That does look really nice, doesn't it? I get the chance to play. If you want to see any of these fabrics put together, please do. Now, you see, maybe then I might want to put the plum flower field in there. So then you've got the greens. So maybe green is a colour that you want to just, I mean, Producer Hannah said earlier, she always feels she should have more green in her stash. Is that a Dove White one? Is it? We'll get back to it. We're just, yeah, because you've got the red, you've got the blue, and then this is the other one. Yeah, here it is. It's coming in. As are you for these. Please make sure you get the ones that you want. Don't miss out on these. But how about, sorry? Oh no, I've got a red, I've got a separate one which is red. Oh, there's lots. Sorry, Hannah. She's like, no, we'll get there, we'll get there. It's all good. Whilst you find that, I'm going to, yeah, so there's red, yellow and blue. That's the yellow one then, that's the yellow one. That's your red one there. That's your red one, that's your yellow one, and that's your blue one. Oh, well, that goes beautifully with the blue then, with the yellow. Let's take that one out. Let's see those two together. And then, I could spend hours and hours doing this. This is me in the evenings, just playing with all the different fabrics. What about, there we go, how about that for a different colour palette? So you've got your lemonade in yellow, you've got your flower field in yellow, and of course the lemon tree. That is just stunning. So that's your lemonade, that's your lemon tree, and that one there is your flower field. Gorgeous. Oh. Do you want to see? Yeah, look, this gives you an idea. If you just want to get, if you've got the big collection, now imagine that's a cushion of it. Imagine that's a cushion, well, it is a cushion. But imagine that as a massive quilt, getting all of those colours in. And you know, they've been quite randomly placed together, but just how effective and stunning that is. That could be your tote bag. It could be a quilt. Could be an apron, could be a pinny for you, could be your cushions for your outside furniture or in your kitchen. Imagine if you had like quite a white decor and then you put in this hit of colour. Beautiful. Now, if you want everything today, and I don't blame you, if you want a ½ meter of each, that's 2 fat quarters worth of each of these fabrics. There are 20 different fabrics there. You're getting a ½ meter of each, and that's $159.49. Lots of you going for that. Now, there's a lovely message from Val. He says, my front room, Kaffe red lipstick for winter, and then Tilda, pale pink and blue and yellow for summer. Brilliant. Val, I'm with you. You're a girl after my own heart. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just where to start with it. Oh, which ones are coming home with me? Right. Let's have a look at this one. So I'm going to keep that yellow one in there. And then, so I've got my yellow flower field. I've got my dove boogie. And I've got my plum hummingbird. So yellow flower field is on your graphic there. Plum hummingbird coming up. That's your plum hummingbird coming up down there. And then this up here is your boogie. But you know what I'm going to do, Producer Hannah? I'm going to take my lemon tree in blue and put that in there. Dove white boogie flower here. Blue lemon tree there. I'm going to take that one out. Oh, there's just so much to play with. It's, you know, I have my tastes, I have my ways of doing things. The lemon tree fabric in your blue, yes. Oh gosh, okay, there's 6 meters left of your lemon tree fabric in blue. So if this is what you're after, and I don't blame you because it's utterly, utterly stunning in the wrong way around. We only have 6 meters of that left. Oh, please check out your baskets. Isn't that a different feel in the blue, actually, that pot? Brilliant. It is so exquisite. Wonder how many hours go into just designing that tree. Crazy. Right, we're out of time. Where did that go? I feel like we've had a good pour through this fabric there and a good look at it. So hopefully you've got what you wanted. Now, please check out your baskets. It's been a busy, busy day. Now, tomorrow, we've got Becky back in. Lovely new Becky. So Becky is in tomorrow, and this is what she's bringing you. We've got a versatile cotton canvas at 8 a.m. At 9 a.m., we've got Angie Atwood. I haven't seen Angie for ages. Her farmhouse quilt. I'll show you that in just one moment. 10 a.m., we've got a designer fabric hour. Very nice. And then we've got some free motion machine sewing. You've been asking for it. We're bringing it to you. Angie is your designer for that hour. This is the farmhouse quilt. Loads of you have been asking about this today. It's been in the background just discreetly all morning. And so if that is what you're after, then that is with Angie tomorrow. And we'll have kits. Beautiful. Any of this, Tilda, please check out. Okay, it's been a busy, busy, busy hour. So please check out your baskets. You know we love Tilda. You've been waiting for it such a long time. It's here now. Make sure you grab it. Okay, it's hard to get hold of again. So this is your lemon tree mega bundle. All of this, 20 half meters. That's £159.49. Make sure you check out your basket for that. What stunning fabrics. Lots of brand new fabrics today. I'm off for the rest of half term. So if you're off as well, have a lovely, lovely time. I will leave you in Becky's capable hands tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Follow us on Twitter for more inspiration, top tips, news, and share your own creations with us.
Tune in on Friday 23rd of February for an hour of Sashko stitching with Jennifer Taylor. Originally a traditional Japanese technique for mending clothes, sashiko uses simple running stitch to create fascinating, intricate patterns. We have everything you need in this hour, from the complete sashiko starter kit to books, templates and accessories will have you stitching in no time. As well as teaching us the technique, Jennifer will be showing us how to apply it to a sewing room storage set. So join us and learn something new on Friday the 23rd of February at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.